Imagine a place where dragons soar overhead, Viking ships rest in the harbor, and every corner feels like it leapt straight out of a movie. Welcome to the Isle of Berk, Universal's newest, most immersive land inside of the brand new epic universe. And today, we're exploring it all. Okay, I may not be a Viking, but today I am living like one because we are spending the entire day exploring the Isle of Berk here in Universal's epic universe. We've got coasters, we've got water rides, baby dragons, and food galore. In this video, I'm giving you the full tour of Berk. The rides, the food, the shows, the meet and greets, and some honest tips to make your visit way easier, especially if you're coming with kids, friends, or just your inner child. Grab your helmets and maybe a poncho as well. And let's go train some dragons. All right, you guys, I am so excited to be sharing this day with you guys today and taking you around Isle of Berk. This is my favorite portal, and I love the How to Train Your Dragon movies so much. And it's literally like walking into a movie when you walk into this portal. You walk right in and you feel like you're in the actual Berk, and it is just an adorable and immersive land that has so much to it. Like, this land seems like the most put together and most finished portal out of all of the portals here at Epic Universe. So it seems a little bit more complete. And I'm so excited to take you around. We are going to try some foods that I haven't tried before. I have been here a couple of times already for the previews and got to ride all the rides and try a bunch of the food and drinks. So I'd have a little bit more knowledge to give you guys. Today we're going to try a couple of new things to show you some of my favorites. But we're going to definitely start with one of my favorite rides here in Epic Universe, and that is going to be Hiccup's Wing Gliders. All right, so Hiccup's Wing Gliders is a family-friendly coaster. It does have a 40-inch height requirement. However, if you are under 48 inches, you do need to be accompanied by an adult. Now, to me, this ride reminds me a lot of Hagrid's, just in the smoothness of it and just the funness of it. I know that's not exactly a word, but there's a little bit of thrill to it without it being overly exciting. So if you're not a huge roller coaster person, that is okay. You're probably still gonna like this, and your kids are still gonna like it too. So I would definitely say give it a try. It's smooth, it's fun. All right, so now on this ride, they do have lockers for you once you get to the front of the line, right before you go to boarding. So you can put all your stuff in there. You can take on a fanny pack if you want to, but you cannot have any loose articles. So the lockers here are complimentary, and they do use face recognition, so you can put everything in there without an issue. All right, I absolutely adore that ride. It is just, it's so smooth. It has the animatronics of Hiccup and Toothless on there, and it really does feel like you're flying on a dragon. It's really cool. I don't know how to describe it. It's just one of those things that you're sitting on it, you're riding it, and you just can't stop smiling and just having a wonderful time. I guarantee you I'm gonna be riding that at least 3 more times today. But now it is lunchtime, and we are going to get our first food over here at Spitfire Grill. So at Spitfire Grill, you're going to do a mobile order, and this is where you're going to find those different bowls. They're going to have salmon, steak, shrimp, chicken, a bunch of different things for you to be able to choose from. And they also have right next to it some more freestyle machines that you can use to fill up your drinks. And what's really nice about this is right over here, Right behind it, you have Hooligans Harbor Hideaway, which is going to be a place where it's covered seating for you to be able to eat. And there's even fans, so there's not a lot of covered spaces here in this part of the park. So this is a place I would definitely recommend to come over to grab some shade and get out of the direct sun. Okay, so Spitfire Grill is going to have a little bit more of a healthier option. They're going to have these different bowls. Think Chipotle, but with like fresh meat. So there's several different things here. You can get salmon, you can get steak, and we got the chicken. So this is the Meat Lugs chicken bowl, and it's going to have a chicken with a nice spicy little sauce on it, peppers, Brussels sprouts, and ancient grains. There's also some like shredded cheddar cheese on here, so that's kind of interesting. It doesn't really feel like it fits, but we'll try it out. But I am starving. I have not eaten yet today, so we are going to get on this. But I also wanted to mention that you can get the souvenir cups here, which are really great because they're refillable, and you can fill these up at any of the freestyles around the park. And I got one because I wanted to try today the different flavors of soda that they have in each of the lands. So in Celestial Park, Dark Universe, and here in Isle of Berk, they have specialty sodas that are for these exact areas. So I got the specialty soda for here, and I've already forgotten the name of it, so I will plug that in down here. But we're going to try this out first and cool down a little bit and then dig in on this food. Okay, it tastes like a more lemony Mountain Dew. So it's not as sweet, it's got a little bit more lightness to it, not as thick. It's okay, not my cup of tea when it comes to sodas, but not bad either. All right, now I'm ready to dig in on this food. It smells amazing. Like, it just smells like it has a lot of flavor. All right, so this chicken is spiced with a harissa spice, which I think it's Indian. I'm not positive on that. I'm gonna have to Google that. But it also has a paprika dressing on it, so I'm hoping it has a little spice. But first, I want to dig into these peppers. They look absolutely delicious. Those peppers are really good. They have a nice, like, vinegary taste to them. Lots of flavor. Well cooked as well. A little mushy, but not too bad. But they are very nicely sauteed. And then Brussels sprouts. Since I never thought I'd see the day where in a quick service theme park restaurant, they'd be serving Brussels sprouts. But let's give it a try. All right, in all honesty, the Brussels sprouts are a little overcooked and not in a good way. I like to have mine in the oven and get them nice and crispy, and I'll overcook them to get them to that point. These are more like mushy, overcooked. Kind of changes the flavor between roasted Brussels sprouts, and that's what these are supposed to be, is oven roasted Brussels sprouts, and they do not taste that way. They taste like either somebody put too much dressing on them, and so they just got soggy and could never get that dry roasted taste to them. But yeah, they're either that or they taste kind of boiled, and there's flavor on them, so they have potential. It's just they're too mushy. So I have seen other videos of people reviewing these, and they looked nice and crispy and roasted. So this may be a one-off, but again, as the park opens and more people are going to be here, I'm really concerned about quality of some of these really good foods that they have, but they're just not going to be up to par as they were during the previews. And maybe that's the case here since we are here opening weekend. However, the crowds are not that busy. So I don't know if I'm making an excuse for them or if it's a legit thing, or maybe this is just a one-off. I don't know, but Brussels sprouts definitely not in my wheelhouse as they are right now. Ancient grains, I'm not even a big fan of ancient grains, so I'm not going to worry too much about those. But to me, ancient grains are not really my cup of tea. I just find them usually to be pretty dry and flavorless, unless somebody cooks them very well. And these are dry and flavorless. They're right on par with what I expect from ancient grains, but it's definitely not something I'd like. I did get this one because I wanted to try the chicken, because we're going to be trying some of the other dishes over at the other places for dinner, and I didn't want to get the same thing at every single place. So I wanted to try the chicken here. I just thought the sauce was also interesting. It could do with more sauce over everything, because I think the sauce would make the ancient grains taste even better because there's no flavor to them. And because they're dry, having that on there would be great. The shredded cheddar is over top of the ancient grains, and it doesn't make any sense. All right, but we're not here for just the sides. Let's test out this chicken. This is like huge. Like, look, that's a huge piece of chicken. We have a fork and knife, but I'm just gonna do it Viking style here. All right, so the chicken. The chicken has a nice flavor to it. You can definitely tell it's a nice grilled piece of chicken. However, it's a little on the dry side, unfortunately. It's not the worst. Like, it's not the driest. Like, I can definitely eat it. However, if they gave you more of that dressing, which the dressing is good. It's very good. It's not spicy at all. It just has a nice flavor to it. And again, this is a paprika dressing that they put on top. So it's more of this, mixing the whole bowl on the chicken and in the grains. I think this would be a much better dish. And that's what I would suggest to Universal, is to just give a side of this with your bowl. And I think it'll be much, much better. So I just made it to the center of the chicken, and it's definitely a little bit more juicier in the center here than on the sides. So it's not quite as bad as I thought it was, but it's still a little bit drier than I would like. Again, this is a nice light option to have. It's just, the potential is there. It's just execution is just a little off, just between the Brussels sprouts not being roasted properly and the chicken being a little over dry and needing more sauce. I mean, it's not a bad option. Now, I have heard from other people that the steak bowl and the salmon bowl are absolutely delicious. They also have a shrimp bowl. However, that only comes with I think it's 3 shrimp. So to me, that's just not worth the money. However, if you are looking to do one of these bowls, I would maybe suggest doing one of the other ones, the steak or the salmon that I've heard so much about. And I'll be back here again, and I'll do a full review. I'll get all the bowls and compare them. So that you guys can know. But for now, I would say no on the chicken bowl, but with the potential to change in the future. All right, so our first food stop of the day wasn't spectacular, but I can guarantee that the next 2 snack places and food places that we're gonna go to are gonna be delightful. However, let's go explore a little bit more of Berk while we have a little bit of time to kill. So you always want to keep an eye out throughout this whole entire area, because there is something to see at every corner. You're going to be seeing dragons around, whether they're going to be little baby dragons walking around, meet and greets with toothless, or even some that blow cold air on you. All right, so another attraction that they have here at Isle of Berk is going to be the fire drill. Now, this is going to be a boat ride that's going to take you through the land, and basically what you're trying to do is to learn the skills that you need to be able to live with dragons, which means putting out fires. So you're going to be going around and using these targets and trying to spray them with your water cannons. But the thing is that everybody else is using water cannons, and you may get in to the middle of their blast to those targets. And there's also little explosive water all around. So from what I've seen, you get completely drenched on this. It's the one ride that I have not yet been on here at Epic Universe, and we will not be doing it today. But this does have a height requirement of 36 inches for your little ones, but it does seem very family friendly. And I mean, on a hot day like today, it might be useful. However, I recommend either bringing a change of clothes or at least wearing a poncho or a rain jacket while you're on there, because some people get really, really soaked on this thing. They do have dryers that are out here outside of the attraction as well that you can pay to dry yourself off, which is a great money grab from Universal. But hey, it's there for you if you need it. Now, if Fire Drill doesn't seem like your type of ride, don't worry. It's not the only other thing that's here in Isle of Berk. There are several other attractions, including for your little ones, and that is the Viking training camp. So the Viking training camp is going to be over here to the left side of Isle of Berk, and this is going to be where your little ones, and I mean your little ones, can really get their energy out. There are places for them to climb, there are places for them to jump, and there are places for them to slide, all underneath a special covering so you're not in the direct sun, including the areas for you parents to be able to sit. So this is a great place if you have little kids that aren't yet tall enough to ride the other rides and attractions here in Isle of Berk. This is a great place to be able to hang out for a little bit while the big kids go and ride the other rides. All right, but there is one more attraction that we have not talked about, and it's right next door, so we're gonna just head over there and see what the wait time is for that. All right, so our last attraction here is going to be Dragon Rally Racers. Now this is going to be a somewhat spinning ride, kind of like Dumbo, but nothing like Dumbo at the same time. So basically you're trying to be able to fly like a dragon. Now you control how crazy and how thrilling this ride can actually be for you by adjusting your wings. Now I've tried this ride before and I was not very good at it. I got it to tilt a little bit, but never to spin around. I guess the key is to do them in the opposite direction, leaning into the direction you're going. I don't know. That's what I think I heard. We'll find out. We're gonna try it again. So this ride not be my favorite ride here in Isle of Berk, but it does have the cutest animatronics sitting right outside of it. There is just a bunch of dragons asleep and sheep pretending that they're dragons. It is seriously the cutest thing in the world. Now, one of the things I just wanted to point out is that the queues here at Isle of Berk, not the greatest. So you're basically just gonna be walking past posts with ropes on it, like any old school theme park. And a lot of it is gonna be out in the direct sunlight. So just be prepared for that. Maybe have a hat or an umbrella you can use while you're waiting in line, because right now with the limited capacity, it's not that bad because you keep moving. However, in the middle of summer, when they do get up to full capacity, that can completely change. So plan accordingly. All right, so they did give you some instruction over here in the line on some of the billboards. And for the roll, it says to move your body back and forth, then lean into the turn to dive, tuck the legs in and point your horns down. Okay, so lean to the right, push to the right. So you'll push down while you're leaning to the right, lean to the left, push to the left. And then rock your body into the turn and push those wings in the same direction. Okay, so that's what we're gonna attempt to do. So lean to the right, push to the right, lean to the left, and then go back and forth. All right. It seems like it's simple enough, but you've got to have some mad skill to get a real barrel roll on this ride. However, if barrel rolling is not necessarily at the top of your to-do list while you're on this ride, you can literally do nothing and just glide and get amazing views of Isle of Berk from the sky and just have a nice relaxing glide through the sky. All right, so I didn't quite do a barrel roll, but I did definitely do better than I did last time. Last time I did a little bit sideways, but this time I almost made it like a whole 90 degrees. almost. At least it felt like it. It started to get a little scary, so I backed off a little. But it's a cute ride. It's just extremely short. You go around, I think, 3 or 4 times before you are stopped. So you don't have a lot of time to try to do that. But again, you do get great views and you do have a fun time. And it's nice to kind of compete with other people too, and just to see how far each of you can get. So that's another like fun thing to do here. But speaking of fun things to do here, there are some interactive aspects of this land that I definitely want to show you. So throughout the land, you're going to find just a couple, not so much as like Super Nintendo World, but over here in Berk, you're going to find a couple of places that you can play some games and kind of help them out here over in Berk. And one of them is right behind me. So underneath here, you can spin the wheel that's down here and you can make the dragon on top fly. So that's one of the cool things you can do. And there's a couple of little hidden ones just throughout the land. So keep an eye out for that. That's another way to pass some time as well while you're in between rides or if you're waiting for something else. It's really cool over here is they have a little Easter egg from the very first movie. So remember, so if you've seen the first movie, you will know that Hiccup at the very beginning, he uses one of his contraptions and he actually takes down Toothless. And when Toothless lands, he runs into a tree and falls into that little area where Hiccup ends up finding him later and helping him. But right here is the tree that he broke down when he fell from the sky. And it's got carved into it where Hiccup and Toothless trust each other for the very first time. It's pretty cool. All right, you guys, I think it is time for us to get some AC. So we are headed over to the one and only show that's here over in Berk, and that is going to be the Untrainable Dragon. Now, this show does exist already over in the Japan park, but it's nice to have it finally here so we can see it. And there's amazing animatronics and puppets. It's a not miss. This is something that you cannot miss if you're here. I would definitely say this is in the top 5 of the things that you need to do when you're at Epic Universe. What's the matter with this dragon? All right, so we have worked up an appetite today doing all this training. So we definitely had to go and try the new viral mac and cheese cones that they have here at Isle of Berk. You can get these over at Grog and Roll, or if it's really busy over there, there is another option. You can mobile order this from Spitfire Grill. So that is always another option for you. But we got this one from Grog and Roll, and this is the PB&J, and it looks so good. And I am hungry, and I can just smell the garlic that is on the butter of this cone, and it's making my mouth water so much. All right, so this is not just PB&J like peanut butter and jelly. This is pork belly and jam. So I'm really interested to try this. I'm going to try everything first and then try it all together. Definitely got a sweet flavor to it. It is nice and tender and juicy, which is very good. All right, now I'm gonna get a bite with everything in it. Get all those flavors together. Ooh, that looks so freaking good. That is where it is at. Oh my goodness. All right. This is so good. The mac and cheese is delicious. It doesn't have too strong of a flavor to it, which is fine because it's just being a base for everything else that is full of flavor. Really good. I do want to try some of the mac and cheese on its own. It is a little overcooked than what I like, but when you have everything mixed together, you don't really tell. I definitely like this, but I have been told do not skimp on having the bread with everything. So it's going to be a little messy, but we're going to try this. Oh my Lanta. So this bread here is a nice, beautiful, soft piece of bread, but it's lightly toasted and it's full of like butter and garlic and then topped with the everything bagel seasoning. Everything works so good together. It is salty and creamy and buttery and all of the good things that are bad for you. And it's so delicious. It's so delicious. If they sold this bread just by itself without mac and cheese or anything else in it, I would be buying this. I mean, it's that good. I'm smacking my lips so much because it's that good. It's delicious. All right, so I just discovered another positive for this dish. So the meat is not just on the top. Oh, my bad. The meat is not just on the top. I just pulled out this giant piece from the bottom of the cone. So the toppings are not just on the top. They're throughout the entire cone. So you get the flavors the whole entire time. This is really good. Like, look at that. That's pulled from the bottom. That's not anything that was on top. Like, look how much meat. This is intense. All right, now that we've had another snack and it was on the delicious side, I think it's time to go on Hiccup's wing gliders one more time. So earlier today, I actually did the front row with no wait, actually, which was really cool. So now we're gonna see if I can get the back row and just see the difference. All right, y'all, that was not even a 10-minute wait. That was a walk on. So we are walking on again. I did get the last row. There was only 3 other people on the same train as me. It was way rougher and way more thrilling. And when I say rougher, I don't mean it in a bad way like that. You get headaches from it. I mean thrilling, rough. Definitely a huge difference. So if you're looking for a little bit more thrill on this ride, definitely hit up the back row. But round 3. All right, guys, so we just got off our 3rd time today on Hiccup Swing Gliders, and I am going to take a little bit of a break because it is hot today, and the temperature is not rising up there. The sun is intense, and as I mentioned earlier, there is really no shade here. Everything here is completely in the sun, whether you're on your rides. So when you're on the roller coaster, there is no covering. Everything is out there. Same with fire drill and same with the rally racers. Everything is in direct sunlight, and a lot of the queues have partial coverings, but not much. And then walking around the park, I mean, I'm as peak as they can be right now. So, and I've only been here for a couple of hours. I've only been here for probably about 4.5 hours, and there's just not enough places here to get shade. There's the one place where we've been eating all of our food just to be able to get out of the direct sunlight. But because of that, I wanted to make sure you know that if you're very sensitive to that, make sure you bring your sunscreen. Bring a UV umbrella, which I have one, but it's in my big main locker, my day locker out in Celestial Park. So I haven't had that with me when I was here because I'm filming, so it's kind of hard to carry that around and film at the same time. But that would be a suggestion that I have, and also big giant hats. And yes, anything you can do to keep yourself out of the sun will make your day just a little bit brighter here at Untitled Berk. So I'm going to go find some shade and some AC for a little bit, and then I'll meet you back here. And we have some wonderful dinner plans and some after dinner guests to meet. So I will see you guys in a couple hours for me and a couple seconds for you. And just like that, we are back, and we did get some shade, and we also got some rain while I was in hiatus there. But now we are ready to hit up our last food spot of the night here in Untitled Berk, and I'm going to take you with me to get some dinner at the meat hall. Now, if you have not seen the How to Train Your Dragon movies, I highly suggest watching them before you come here. And the new movie, the live action, is coming out on June 13th. So you can see that as well, but really watch the cartoon one, the animated version. at least once before you come here. It is available, I believe, on, is it Max or Netflix? One of the two. It's available for free if you're a subscriber to one of those. And the movie is amazing, but it will make you appreciate everything so much more, because when you walk in, especially to Mead Hall, it is exactly like the movies. And they even have the throne that's sitting up here for Hiccup's dad. And I mean, you get the feel of immersion and just that you're in the movie when you walk in here. I mean, this portal is the best at that anyways, and my personal opinion, that to even top it off more when you go into one of the buildings is just amazing. So I really appreciate what they did here, and I love that they have the woven tapestry all around. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. If I had to pick my favorite, I actually sat in front of what I think is my favorite. I go back and forth. It's either going to be Toothless with his kids and everything, or it's going to be the one behind me with Hiccup's dad, and it has one of the dragons, and he's eating, and it just reminds me of my old dog, Daisy. She would just beg for food, so it's one of those things I love. But now I got to figure out what we're going to eat. All right, so over here at Mead Hall, they're going to have more of your Nordic Viking-themed food. So this is where you're going to find your salmon. They're going to have meatballs, turkey wings, and when I say turkey wings, these things are massive. I got them last time I was here, and there's 2 wings on the plate, and it's served with a baked potato and carrots and onions, and we split it, and we were full. Like, that's how massive they are. The wings are the size of my face. And if you're thinking of getting those, they were delicious. The meat was really good. The skin's really tough to bite through, so you really have to work for that one. But for today, we're going to try something different, because I want to be able to show you and tell you all the good and bad things here. So we're going to actually get 2 different entrees here. Just to go through the menu with you, they have a Nordic harvest salad. Now this is like a kale, arugula, red cabbage, ancient grains, blueberries, and a bunch of other different things in it. You can get it either that way or with salmon. So you do have 2 different options there. They have the Berserker meatballs, which are like an IKEA meatball, but they have also this jam that goes on top of it, and then it's served with smashed root vegetables. Then you have Hiccup's grilled salmon, Gobber the Belch's turkey wings that I was telling you about, the Hooligan sausage links, and the Thawfest platter. Now this platter here is $50, but it's served with like everything you could possibly think of. This thing can feed 4 people, like, easily. So if you do have a family of 4, I mean, highly suggest looking at this, because there is going to be the barbecue glazed chicken, which I've heard is delicious. It's like a berry barbecue, and the drumsticks of these are huge. And then they also have the grilled salmon. You're going to get multiple pieces of grilled salmon, sausage links, carrots, onions, fries, and sauces to go with all of it. To me, that's a super value. So definitely don't sleep on that one. They also have some vegan options in here as well. And then they also have a salmon sandwich. So for today, I am debating on what to get, because I have heard really great things about these IKEA style Swedish meatballs that they have. Because the other thing I definitely want to try is the salmon. My brother said he was here for previews during the team member previews, and they were amazing and delicious. So he highly suggested those to me, and I trust his judgment. He's not a yes man when it comes to that kind of stuff. So I really trusted his opinion on that. I really want to try that, but I also want to try Swedish meatballs. And what's bugging me is that those 2 together are $37, $39 actually, if you add in the 99 cents on there. It's like $39. And for $10 more, I could get that giant platter. Like, I'm not going to eat 2 meals anyway, so I'm going to have to either throw it out or take it home. So do I just go ahead and get the huge platter and try? Okay, so to start our festivities here, Viking style, we got Stoic's Ale. So this is going to be a wildflower honey white ale. It's a little hoppier than I expected it to be. Still has a good taste to it. I don't taste any floral notes or any honey to it, but okay. I do taste the honey a little bit now. So it tastes a little bit more like a wheat ale. So it's nice and light and refreshing, but nothing to write home about, but still, again, refreshing for such a hot day like today. Our food just arrived, and so I ended up getting 2 different entrees. I did not get the platter. I was not succumbed to my wants for that platter. But all right, so my first entree that I got was the Berserker's meatballs. Now these are the Swedish meatballs that I was talking about, and it comes with a onion gravy, lingonberry jam, and smashed root vegetables. Now, what is smashed root vegetables? I don't know. But I can tell you what it does look like. It looks like the carrots and turnips that my mom used to make for me and still does occasionally on holidays because it's one of my favorite dishes. And I'm really hoping it's similar to that. It won't be as good as hers, I can guarantee that. But I'm hoping it is similar to that because I love that. And just as a side comment, it kind of looks like sweet potatoes. And I hope that it is like a carrots and turnips type style dish because my husband, when he first came over for our Thanksgiving dinner, my mom made those and he ate them thinking they were sweet potato casserole, and he did not realize they were carrots and turnips. And after dinner, he told me that my mom made the worst sweet potatoes. And I go, my mother doesn't make sweet potatoes. Those were carrots and turnips. That's why they tasted awful to you. They're delicious. It's my favorite dish. And he's like, oh, that makes way more sense. Now I don't have to feel as bad. He's like, I wish I would have known that beforehand. So now it's this running joke every time that he has them. Anyways, so they look delicious. So let's go ahead and dig on into those. Okay. I'm going to try some though with this lingonberry jam that we have here. A little bit of that on here. These are pretty good. I would put them up there with IKEA Swedish meatballs. I mean, it's been a minute since I've had those, but it's very good. The gravy even tastes fresh. I'm sure it's not, but it tastes fresh at least. Doesn't feel like pre-made stuff that was frozen and just shipped in. So really good. And the meatballs have a good quality to them. They don't taste completely like super processed and frozen, but they taste pretty good. But I have to try these root vegetables and just figure out what this is. That's exactly what carrots and turnips taste like. Oh my gosh, today just turned into my favorite day. These are so good. I'm so happy. Okay, I do want to make it clear though, because my mother does watch these videos. Mom, this is not as good as your carrots and turnips. They don't have as much butter in it as you do. But these are pretty good. And the fact that they're making carrots and turnips here at a theme park, I can get anytime that I come. Like, what? And the next dish we got was Hiccup's grilled salmon. So this is going to be a pastrami seasoned salmon. Now, I'm looking at it right now, and there's not nearly as much salmon as I've seen in pictures of other people eating this, or even things that I've been shown by other people. So that's a little concerning, but it does have a herb garlic potato and roasted carrots, an onion, and a dill fennel sauce. Now, I love dill, so that's going to be really good. I don't know what this sauce is that's on top of the salmon. It's got that chimichurri style look to it because it's green, but it doesn't have any oil base to it either. So I know it's not what it is, but maybe that's more the pastrami seasoning than what they were putting on the salmon before. I don't know, but we'll try it. We'll find out. And I'm just going to go straight in for the protein on this one because I have been dying for this, and I took way too long taking videos and photos of this to not try it. So I'm ready. Oh my word. Does anyone else understand now why this is my favorite portal? The most immersive land. You feel like you're walking into a movie, which is Universal's whole thing, is writing the movies. Best food, best characters running around, some of the best rides. Well, one best ride, Hiccups, but I could ride that all day. Best storyline. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the other portals. There's so many. Focus, Shannon, focus. We're reviewing food. We'll get to the totality of the portals later. The salmon, super moist, cooked perfectly. I am so impressed for a quick service. A quick service theme park fair. Like, what in the world is going on? I haven't even added anything to it. I haven't tried the concoction that's on top of the salmon. I haven't tried the dill and fennel sauce, which I love. And yet, this one little piece was full of flavor and juicy and it cooked perfectly. And it was the edge piece. That's the piece that you could potentially get a little grace to. And I don't have to. What is... I don't know what this green stuff is, but we're going to try it. We're going to try it with the salmon. Oh, that's good. I don't know what it is. It's kind of got a chimichurri taste to it. But instead of it being more like olive oil based, it's got a little bit of more vinegar base to it. Really good, very flavorful.
Excuse me, sir, can I ask you a question? Do you know what this is that's on top of the salmon? Is it chimichurri or?
Chimichurri, I don't think it should be. It's
Yeah. Oh no, I liked it. I just didn't know what it was.
okay, I can do it.
Yeah, do you mind? That would be wonderful.
Okay, so I worked up the nerve to ask somebody what it actually was. And he said it is a chimichurri, but it is mixed with dill. So it has a different flavor to it. It's their take on a chimichurri, basically, for the dish. And it's delicious. All right, but this does also come with a sauce with it. So many options. So I'm going to try a little bit of the salmon without any of that chimichurri on it, with the dill sauce here. Very good. It's like a sour cream taste to it. I don't need it for the salmon. The salmon has enough flavor on its own, and with the extra accoutrements on top of it, it doesn't need anything else, but it's good. And it's a great other option in case you don't like the other flavors on there or you're a sauce galley. I usually am, but this one is just, it's so good. I don't need it, but great flavor. Like, again, this is a quick service. Okay, let's get on to the sides because I could talk about this all day. So we've got some carrots, we've got some onions. Those are pretty basic, but let's try a little bit of each. I do like that they roast all their vegetables here and that they all have some flavor and some char to them. Like, they look actually cooked and not just, out of a can or something. Again, delicious. Now onto the baked potato. Again, another winner. All the sides, great. Would I get the dishes for the sides? No, but to have this level of sides at a quick service is just astounding to me. I mean, the carrots are cooked perfectly and have a beautiful sweet flavor to them. Onion is nice and crisp and grilled with a nice flavor to it. The potato is well cooked all the way through, easy to eat, with a beautiful, tasty sour cream sauce on top of it. Our first dish here at Berk was not great. Everything since then has been mind-blowingly good. I'm so happy.
Well, hi friends, I'm back, and you may notice that I'm no longer Nyla Berk, and I'm wearing a different outfit, and it's bright again. That's because it's the next day, and let's have a little chit-chat. All right, so my video yesterday left off at me eating at Meat Hall, and as I said in the video, I was the happiest girl. The food was delicious. I was happy with the type of food that they had, the quality, everything. I was really excited, and I had a very positive review, and then I had the worst experience I've ever had at a theme park, ever. And I have never been spoken to and treated the way that I was. I'm not going to make a big detailed thing about it here. I did go to the customer relations, and I did speak with them about it, and they were very apologetic. I will make a more detailed video because part of the thing I want to do for you is to show you the good, the bad, and the ugly of everything that happens here and give you honest reviews. I don't want to be somebody that just gives you the shining star points but doesn't point out the flaws that are here or anything else, because nothing's perfect, and you're not going to have a perfect day every single time you come to the parks. And I want to be able to give you an honest review
of what to expect, but also how to deal with it when things aren't running perfectly and what you can do to not have your day ruined. I literally had my day almost completely ruined yesterday because of one person. And I was just flabbergasted. I ended up leaving right away and leaving straight to go to the customer relations to discuss it with them. I left the park before it closed. I didn't finish my video. I didn't finish showing you all of the Isle of Berk and everything else that is included in that because I was that upset. And I know that Universal is not perfect and not everything at Epic is epic. And I need to show you the true, honest side of that. And so I will make a separate video regarding that situation, how Universal dealt with it and what to do if you are ever in that situation. But that is why my video was switched abruptly. I'm going to try to give you an honest, objective review of Isle of Berk, trying to put aside that bad experience with that one person because it is my favorite portal in all of Epic Universe. From the theming to the character interactions, the food, everything is wonderful in there. You're just in awe as you're walking in. It's the one that feels like you're walking into the movie. And it's an amazing experience. And I just really hate that that got ruined and I wasn't able to show you fully the full joy that I have when I go in there because of that experience. And that really irks me really bad. Even more than just me having to go through it is like not being able to truly represent what that portal is to me. So I may go back there again and put in some more film and here after this to show you, or I might just end up doing a video later on just showing those key pieces that I did miss, including the character interactions, Toothless, hatching your own dragon, how to treat your dragon, and the merchandise. All the things I wanted to show you. In case I decide that I'm just going to make a different video of Isle of Berk Part 2 for you, I'm going to say peace out for now, and I hope you guys have an epic day, and I'll see you on the next video.
How are you enjoying Berk? Are you having fun today?
Oh, you girl. Oh, yeah. You're so cute.
So you have a picture drawn together?
Yes.
Today, we're entering one of the most ambitious and atmospheric theme park lands Universal has ever created. Welcome to Dark Universe, a world where classic monsters aren't just remembered, they're reborn. This isn't just a tribute to the Universal monsters, it's a bold, story-driven experience designed to pull you deep into their world. You don't just see the monsters, you become part of their stories. In this video, we're exploring everything from the rides, to the food, to the streetmosphere. Whether you're a longtime horror fan or just here for the thrill, Dark Universe is a must-see, and today we're going beyond the surface, and we're going deep into the fog. This is Dark Universe. Hey there, friends. We're back here at Epic Universe for another solo portal tour, and this time we are at Dark Universe. Now, this portal is not made for the faint of heart. It is a little spooky, a little scary, and it might frighten your little ones, but if you're into any type of monster movies or a little bit of horror, this is the place for you. From the moment you walk into this portal, you are greeted with creepy fog, graveyards, and monsters. And let me tell you, it is delightful. Now, this portal has two different rides. It has a roller coaster type ride with the Curse of the Werewolf. Plus, it has Monsters Unchained. The animatronics on this thing are amazing. And it's still in contention for possibly my favorite ride here at Epic. I haven't fully committed to my list yet. These are two amazing rides, both with pros and cons, and we'll go over those later. But there's also a couple different food places in here, including the Burning Tavern, which is more of a pub area with some bites that you can get. And they also have a quick service restaurant with Doss Steakhouse. They have monster face painting. There is a lot to do here in this portal, even as small as it is. And there's definitely going to be a lot of people that we're going to meet on the streets here too. And I'm hoping to meet Igor.
So when you first walk into Darkmoor, you're going to be walking through the graveyard, and there are so many hidden details. And just to point out a couple of them here, first thing you're going to come across is a crypt. Now, this isn't just any crypt, this is actually a hidden entrance into the catacombs, which if you ride the Monsters Unchained here, you will know what the catacombs consist of and what goes on there. Put your ear up, you'll be able to hear some of the noises, and you might be able to hear one of our friends that we'll meet later on talking and doing some experiments.
There, I made you with my own hands, and don't you forget it.
Continuing on through the graveyard, you'll also see that there are tons of graves that are dug up. Now this goes into the same theming and lore that Igor and Dr. Victoria are going through, and they are collecting pieces of bodies and body snatching and grave robbing throughout this entire Darkmoor area. Now, continuing on, there is one grave that stands out above the rest, and that is going to be Maria's marker. Now here you're going to see a statue of Maria, and Maria is the young girl that was drowned by Frankenstein's monster in the original Frankenstein's movie in 1931. And you'll also see that she is holding a bunch of flowers. This is in representation of the fact that they were throwing in these daisies into the water before Frankenstein, the monster, threw her in where she drowned. Continuing on through the village, take a step over to the Burgermeister's house. Now here, take a look down at the ground and you will see a number 428 etched into one of the stones. Now this has a multiple significance to it. First of all, 428 is the year Darkmoor was founded, and 428, April 28th, is the birthday of Carl Laemmle Jr., who is the person that convinced his dad, Carl Sr., to do the Universal Monsters, which is why we have Darkmoor at all. So this is a twofold hidden egg that you can tell all of your friends that you know now.
All right, so since it's a tad bit on the Josie side out here, I think we need to start with little AC. So we're going to go see Dr. Victoria Frankenstein. Now this ride is taking you into Frankenstein's catacombs, where we were going to go and see Dr. Victoria Frankenstein, the great-great-granddaughter of Dr. Frankenstein, as she continues his experiments on his monsters, including a Frankenstein Monster 2.0. Here you're going to see all the classic Universal monsters, from the Creature from the Black Lagoon to Frankenstein to the Wolfman and even Dracula. On this ride, you're going to go through the catacombs, seeing each of these monsters and all the experiments that are happening. But the question that always is to remain is, who is the real monster?
So this ride does offer single rider and express pass. And today, since it's only a 15-minute wait, I'm going to do the regular line because I want to show you this queue. It is awesome. All right, so when you go into the first room, you're going to be going through the fireplace, and that's where you're going to see, right above that, a picture of Dr. Frankenstein and his wife from the original 1931 movie. And also, take a look over on the opposite side, you're going to see the family tree, where you can see how Victoria is related to Frankenstein. And in this room, this is where you're going to see Frankenstein, the monster. This room, you're definitely going to see all the photos of the different monsters that Victoria's captured or that her grandfather had experimented on. And if you do stop in this room, you'll be able to see some of the film of her capturing these monsters. Now when you come into this room here, you're going to see that there's two different color lights that the electricity is going to make. There's going to be this blue light that's going to be the majority of the time, and then occasionally you're going to see the orange light. That orange light is going to be, from what I've been told, you'll see up here they have a bat that is been captured. That's going to be when he's about ready to escape. Alright, when you're in this room, you'll be able to hear me. When Ether's giving everything, take a look on what's on the side of the wall. And you can see Dr. Victoria's outfit, everything over here, and some of the items that she uses comfortably.
Little labyrinths, come close. I won't hurt you. Yet. I sense fear in your hearts. You are right to be afraid. Darkness lies ahead. Now is the time to abandon hope.
I am Igor. My job is to get you through this experiment in one piece. But Igor, I hear you say, where's the fun in that? I agree, you delightful freak. Sadly, this is not that kind of experiment. Look closely. This is a catacombs navigation unit. All you little lab rats and your little lab rat friends get to ride one. Use it, Igor steals, nothing goes wrong. Yes? Don't look at that. This is just the emergency button. Yes, doctor. The doctor is here now. This is fun, yes?
I am Dr. Victoria Frankenstein. Today, you chosen few will witness my greatest discovery yet. Together, we will finish what my great-grandfather started. They called Henry a monster. You were afraid of what you've done. But you will see, there's nothing to fear. Show them.
And what's that then?
Lower the lights, quickly. Now, these people are friends. See, there's nothing to be afraid of. He is amazing, better than the original. He is the key to our most exciting experiment. For years, I have studied and controlled the monsters that prowl the darkness. And only one remains. I will control my ultimate challenge. Count Dracula. That wasn't us.
Silence, creature. I'm destroying you.
These two just don't get along. The Dracula experiment is the last piece of the puzzle. And with your help, the world will never see the name Frankenstein the same again. Open the doors!
After all of that monster hunting, I think it's time for us to get a snack. Now, Two of my favorite snacks are located over here in Dark Universe, but we're gonna save those for later. Right now we're gonna try out a place I haven't tried yet, which is the Lacey's Cottage. Over here, they only have select items, but we're gonna try both of them. All right, so they did not have any more of the Frank and Friends pretzel right now. They said it'd be another 10 to 15 minutes, but I went ahead and got the cinnamon bites so that we can try those, and then we'll go back for the pretzel later. But these are just regular old cinnamon bites, but I haven't had them, and I have heard they're delicious. I doubt that they're gonna beat my favorite snack here in Dark Universe, but we're gonna give it a try anyways. All right, I did switch spots because these stairs over by the manor opened up, and these are like the spot to sit in because it's usually shaded. And shade is a hard thing to come by in most of Epic Universe, but Dark Universe as well. Okay, so they're nice and fresh and hot, and they are covered in cinnamon sugar. And the icing is perfectly sweet without being too much. You also just drizzle the icing over top of it, so it doesn't make it like too sugary sweet. It's just a good combination of the two. It's very simple. I don't think it's very themed or unique to this land. It's something you can get anywhere. However, they are delicious, and if you're looking for a sweet treat, these are going to be the ones. There's not a lot of sweet treats here in Dark Universe. You're going to find more of the savory, which is more up my alley. So I'm usually not going to get these, but if you are, again, looking for that sweet treat, this is a great place to get it. So as I've mentioned in previous videos, if you get the freestyle cup, you can get free sodas throughout the entire day. And one of the unique things here at Epic is that several of the different portals, lands, have their own flavor that you can only get within that portal, and Dark Universe has one as well. This is called the Screamin' Berry, and I'm going to be trying it for the very first time. So let's see if this one ranks a little bit higher than the one in Isle of Berk. Okay, first thing, note to self. This will be the only one I order of it, not because of the taste, but because it is bright red, and I'm wearing white today. So it's going to get all over me and stain the shirt, and it will not come out. Second of all, it tastes like a Code Red Mountain Dew. Isle of Berk's tasted like regular Mountain Dew with a little extra lime. This tastes like Code Red Mountain Dew with a little bit of extra fruit punch taste. I see a trend here. It's just fun. I like the fact that they are theming these and that they have unique items for you to go in and try. Even if I don't like them, I still love the fact that they're doing this and they're putting themselves out there to do that. So, on to the next. All right, now that we have our first snack accomplished for the day, we're going to head on to our next ride, which is the second ride here in Dark Universe. There are only 2 rides that are here, but they're both great, including Curse of the Werewolf. Now, this is going to be a roller coaster. It's family friendly. There's no inversions. However, it does spin while you're on it. Think something similar to Guardians of the Galaxy, but outdoors and way shorter. So basically the concept of this ride is that you're turning into a werewolf and you're kind of going through that phase. There's a full moon and everything. So we're going to ride it now, but I also was watching a video of Chris Provost, and he said that this ride is a completely different ride at night, and I have yet to be on it at night. So I think we're going to do it now, and then we're going to come back and do it at nighttime too, and I can give my full review, and it might move up a little bit on my list. So I really want to know how all these rides are at all the different times at their highest peaks and everything, so I can make a real list of my opinions of this. But let's head over there. But I do want to show you something that you should look down at the ground for while you're on your way over there. Okay, so the queue for this ride is not very immersive or themed, so I'm just doing the single rider on this one, and we're not really missing much. There's some tapestries, but it's nothing really to write home about, so nothing you're missing if you're doing single rider. However, single rider line is a lot longer than it was yesterday.
Always follow the instructions of the ladies and estates and ask for assistance if needed. Thank you.
One of the things with this ride is it has a tendency to have a longer wait than, say, Monsters Unchained, even though it's not necessarily as good of a ride. One of the things that comes into play with that is, one, it's low capacity, and it takes a little bit more time to load everybody in and load them off. And also, it is weather dependent, so if there is bad weather in the area, it's going to be delayed. So
I also would suggest, if you know that it's probably going to rain in the afternoon, to hit this up before the rain comes, because are never guaranteed that it's going to come back up after a lightning storm. So I would prioritize that. But again, the queue is nothing to write home about. So as long as you're okay with your party being split, because they will be split, then feel free to go into the single riders. Right now the wait time is at 16 minutes for this ride, and I have my stopwatch going to see how long the single rider line is going to go, so give you a little bit of an idea of what to expect. However, it's completely dependent on the loading structure of this and how many people are going in odd numbers, so we'll see. Alright, so we've been sitting in line for about 35 minutes, and I am the next single rider up, so I'm going to guess about 40 minutes total is going to be the wait time. Not too bad when the standby is 60. Of cons for the Curse of the Werewolf. Number one, it's a pretty short ride. It's a really good ride, and I like the concept of it, and I like the ride vehicles, and I like the spinning. It's all really great, except it's just really short, and I really wish there was 20-30 more seconds. I think it'd be top notch. Also, if you're a person that is on the tall side, this may be a difficult ride vehicle for you. Both yesterday and today, I sat next to two very tall men, probably about 6 foot, 6'2", maybe somewhere in that range, and they were having a very difficult time fitting their knees into these ride vehicles. They're just very cramped in that area, so test out the ride vehicle seats, but that's mainly for like if you're carrying weight more around your midsection and you're just wanting to make sure that it locks. And it's not really going to show you exactly the leg room. So just be careful of that. One tidbit I would give is, you know, if you do have somebody that is shorter than you, have them go in first, because it'll be easier for them to be able to get through to the other side. Also, as I had mentioned while I was in line, this ride does have a tendency to go down, and it is weather dependent. So this can get a long line with it too. When I was in line, they did say that they had limited capacity, and so it was going to be running slower. It's currently now at over a 75-minute wait. I would not wait that long for this ride, so I would just be cautious of that. However, at the same time, because it is so weather dependent, if it does shut down later in the day, you might miss out on riding it at all. And if you're wondering how much this actually spends, well, it's highly dependent on who's sitting on the other side of your ride vehicle. So if you're two adults and you have two young children on the other side, you might be spending quite a bit, because the weight structure is going to be shifting quite a bit. So you never know, but it is not a planned spend, so it is based on weight alone. So it could spend a lot for you, it could spend not at all. But it is almost 5 o'clock, and we have only eaten cinnamon bites so far today. So we're going to go head over, and I'm going to show you my favorite snacks here in Epic Universe. One of the things I did not mention about Monsters Unchained is one of the cool things that they do, and they do it really well, is the projection planning on Victoria's face. Now, if you're wondering what that is, if you've been to Disney, then you will know that in Frozen and Epcot, they do have that on the faces. However, the projection is from the inside, and what they're doing here is they're using not only the projection from the outside, but they are using the animatronic face as well, so it looks as realistic as possible. That way you don't get the very weird Elsa face turned off and it looks creepy. This one, it makes her look more human, and it's kind of really cool technology that they did. They took something that has been in use and they improved it. So that's a really cool thing. Now, both of my snacks that I love are going to be over here at the Burning Blade Tavern. Now, you can get to it through the bar here, or you can go around and get it from the side. One of the cool things about this is directly from the movie Frankenstein 1931 version, and it's straight from the movie. But if I remember correctly, this is the windmill that the monster takes Dr. Frankenstein to.
and then it catches on fire after he throws Dr. Frankenstein out. I think that's right. Burning Blade Tavern is where all of the monster hunters actually hang out. So when you go in here, you are not friends of the monsters, you are friends of the monster hunters. So just remember that. And when you hear the bells ringing, that is a sign to all the villagers here that there is a monster nearby, and they put the blade a-burning so that everyone is aware and can get to safety. You can get including mocktails like the monocane, which is the pineapple, blueberry, raspberry, and passion fruit syrup, and an emerald prism powder and Sprite mocktail. Now this is going to be what makes the Invisible Man invisible, but my favorite is actually an off-the-menu item, which is going to be the dark thorn mead mixed with cider, and it's called the Strongbow. However, they do have several different drinks here that you can get, and one of them even comes with a little bit of show, and that is the Pure of Heart.
Alrighty, as a courtesy of your patronage to Darkmoor, we're going to go ahead and purify this cocktail to give you protection from all the hairy, sweaty, stinky werewolf beasts. No offense, we could smell it on you when you came in here. So, for the next couple of hours, you're under our protection. However, when you walk outside that door, what happens to you is neither my fault nor my problem. Have fun.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now you can get your drinks and go, but I highly suggest sitting down and taking a little break because you might run into some friendly or unfriendly faces.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at her. Look at her. That's all I wanted was people to stare you down, my friends, because you're not posing enough things. I'm sorry, from your angle that looks awkward. Did it look really sassy?
It did.
I tried to make it kind of like, but I don't want to make a whoosh noise.
Oh yeah, but you totally delivered.
Whip! That sounds even dumber than just saying the whoosh.
Yes, a little bit.
Not my mouth doing it.
It's just the sound effects
Oh.
of the greatness.
Forgive me, the fire starts to billow in our rafters here. You realize when this place is ablaze, it's a reminder of the safety we are in. I think it unfortunately causes panic from our history buff bartenders, most of whom share their imaginative stories. Most of them call me out on what I have and haven't brought to that trophy cabinet there.
What have you brought?
The garlic.
Is that it?
Not even the stinking clove. It's pre-minced. It's a jar under wholesale. I'm trying as hard as I can. I just wanted to get something behind that bar right there besides unpaid tab. Ah, is it all right if I pout against this column without looking immature?
Aww, it's so cute.
Maybe if we had like happier music, I wouldn't be so driven to this depression.
Yeah.
They're serving clear monarching here now?
Yes. Be careful, it could be poison.
Is this the final product? It's disappointing, it's working. I thought this stuff was a hoax. I'm not getting any on me because I personally take pride in this stuff. As a competitive hitchhiker in 92. Are you the one who's been slapping the village horses? The horse slapper who leaves a garter belt on the upper thigh as his signature. He looks as though I'm one of the horses. He looked down at me. I, for the first time, have been given elevator eyes, and I don't feel respected. My eyes are up here. I'll give you that I have astigmatism, so they're looking whichever way, but they're up here. I'm panicking because I know at this moment the burning blade's on fire, and I don't want to cause panic because other people may not put that together. But the burning blade is on fire! Yeah, I'm getting it. Yeah. Look at him, Sam. So it's alright if I sit here and ponder the future?
Please do. You ponder very well.
Thank you. I sort of have a mockery ponder, and I apologize. Mockery ponder actually sounds like a good professor name.
Yeah. Or like a band.
Dr. Mockery
I
Ponder.
might be able to get me into the matter, actually.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
What if I did like a voice with it, like...
Dr. Mockery Ponder.
No.
Shoot.
All right, first up on my favorite snacks here is this garlic steak from the Burning Tavern. Now, this thing is just filled with garlic. There is just so much garlic and Parmesan that is on the top of this. You don't have to worry about vampires if you're eating this because they are going to be terrified of you. And the best thing about this is not only is it coated with a garlic butter on top, but there's also a garlic butter side that you can dip this in. And it just looks absolutely phenomenal. It's just so good. I know sometimes the pretzel can come off a little tough, but this one is really nice and soft with a nice crispiness on the outside. Tons of flavor. Just that's what I love about it. There's just tons of flavor. You don't have to worry about getting a certain part of the pretzel. It's all just full of it. So much butter, so much garlic. It's delicious. Okay, so my other favorite snack that's here in Dark Universe, that is, these two are at the top of my list. I don't know which one I put as first, but is the cheddar cheese bites. And now these are filled with cheese. It's like a pimento, like spicy cheese that's on the inside. It's nice and gooey. And then it's coated in this like nice crispy outer shelling. And if you went to Halloween Horror Nights, I think it was this past year, they had these during Halloween Horror Nights, and they were delicious then. And it's basically just a replica of that, and it's served with a sriracha like mayonnaise sauce. I want to try one that doesn't have any of the sriracha on it, just to see if the spice is actually in the cheese. So the cheese inside does have a little bit of a bite to it, but it's not super hot. What really gives it the spice is going to be the sriracha sauce here. So if you're a little spice adverse, just skip the sauce, and they're still good. However, I think they're way better with the sriracha sauce. What is going on? What is going on? I'm leaving all my food right there. I'm going to go find out what's going on here. There's Beetlejuice, Doc Brown, Astrid. All right, I'm going to step back so I don't look so creepy. But I don't really know what's going on over here, but it's just very weird. But definitely, I'm going to pretend that I'm talking to myself because this, what is this? I'm assuming this is a VIP group, but they are dressed up like, they look like characters from Universal. Now I'm done stalking other people in their costumes. But, all right, so I'm going to finish my food, and then I'm going to show you something that I forgot to show you over at Monsters Unchained, because it's a little difficult to find the single rider line, and I want to make sure that you know, because I didn't know until a young lady told me yesterday as we were talking, and she showed me where the single rider line was. So I'm going to show you so you know when you go. All right, so if you're trying to ride the single rider side of the Monsters Unchained, you're going to need to go through the same section that the express lane does. Now, you're going to veer off before you actually get into that express line, but you do have to enter through that way. That's why it's a little hard to see, but if you do read the sign carefully, it says Express Pass / single rider. So just look for that if you're going to go on that, and I'm going to show you and take some footage so you can see where it's at. But as soon as you get in there, you're going to need to use your lockers and put your bags in every loose article, so I won't be able to take you and show you what the queue looks like inside, but where it does pick up is basically right where your lockers would be as well for the regular line. So there's a 10-minute wait. This is crazy, but let me show you. Hi. Single rider?
Single rider, right this way.
Thank you. All right, so once you come through these doors up here, this is where you're going to veer off into the single rider section. Hi.
Welcome to the manor. Are you a single rider?
Yes.
This way.
Thank you. And then here's where you have your lockers. All right, so now you guys know how to do the single rider here at Monsters Unchained, and I actually got to do it 2 times in a row there, so that's 3rd time today. I did it 4 times yesterday, so I feel like I know that ride pretty well now. But I just wanted to show you around to some other things that you can do here in Dark Universe as well. So the quick service restaurant here is Das Steakhouse. Now this is going to be a play on the word steak. It's going to be the steaks that you kill people with, or monsters, not actual steaks. So they got fish on a steak, bird on a steak, bits and pieces. Now we're not going to be eating here on this day. However, I did eat here during the previews. I did have a couple of different dishes. I did have the blood orange chicken sandwich as well as the chicken wings. Blood orange sandwich, it was okay. The blood orange was a little too sweet for my liking and wasn't really up my alley. However, the chicken wings were delicious. I just wish they had more of that sauce on the side or on top of them. It's like this soy barbecue sauce. It was delicious. A little bit of sweetness, a little bit of tang. It was really good. And the chicken was nice and juicy. The chicken sandwich was a little more on the dry side. Still not bad, but the bun, which is a black bun, was just not good. I took like 2 bites of it and then I just took the chicken off the sandwich. And thank goodness I did, because my brother ate the other part of the bun. And well, he confirmed all the rumors about what's happening to people when they eat the black bun. I am not going to explain that here on my channel, but if you know, you know. All right, so if you're headed over towards the Das Steakhouse place, take a little look at the window that's next to it. So as I'm walking up, you can see there's the fake pup here, the lion's head. If you go to the left here, right underneath that sign, you're going to see Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde's window here. And if you stand here long enough, I've been told that you can hear them or him arguing with himself. And you can even see on the sign here that Hyde has crossed out Jekyll. So I'm just going to sit here for a little bit and see what we can hear. Well, it's starting to rain and we haven't heard anything, so we're going to skedaddle. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go into Doc's Steakhouse and I'm going to at least show you what's going on there. However, I do need to use the restroom, so maybe I'm going to go there first, because they also have really cool bathrooms here.
Now, Das Steakhouse is a chilling inn and dining hall, which is perched right on top of the catacombs of Darkmoor. This place isn't just serving meals, it's run by vampires and their loyal familiars, aka vampire servants. And the guests, well, let's say they're part of the experience. As you walk through the restaurant, you notice walls lined with eerie artwork and ancient vampire artifacts. But here's the twist. The vampires are painted as the heroes, the good guys of their own dark legend. And right in the heart of the restaurant, you'll find 2 staked figures. According to legend, they were once the king and queen of Darkmoor, executed by none other than Dracula himself. Just outside of Das Steakhouse is something even more haunting. A blood well, we'll call it. It's crowned with wooden stakes, and this is where vampires would place their victims, letting the blood flow into the well below. On some nights, throughout the day, a strange fog arises from it, glowing red, as if the well remembers. And if you look really closely, there's a Latin inscription etched into the stone, and it reads, "Never forget you exist by our will alone." This is a very chilling reminder that in the shadows of Darkmoor, the vampires are in charge.
All right, so that was Doss Steakhouse. Now we're headed over to say hello to some friends. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
We are good.
Good?
Good.
How are you?
I'm doing good too now that I'm with friends.
Yes.
Friends.
And your hair, it's electrifying. I love it.
Thank you. Your hair is beautiful.
Thank you. That is very, very sweet of you. We really are friends, aren't we?
Yes. Your hair is handsome.
Yes.
Handsome.
Yes, very handsome. Thank you so much. It was nice to meet you.
It's work on the battery pellet.
Yeah.
We saw the They kind of went to town on you earlier. We saw it.
This is communication network. Dr. Frankenstein. It is Igor. I have an idea. For the battery pellet, maybe, right?
Yeah.
We use a lot more garlic. Okay, I'll be to the lab and we work on the next project. Okay. Problem solved. That's great. All these people want to know about your garlic. You're curious about garlic?
Yes.
So tell them about your garlic. Go ahead.
Garlic.
What does it do?
Keeps the vampires away.
Very good. She's a scientist. You did not know this. This is Dr. Sniffenkoff. And you see why she gets her name? Sniffenkoff. Right? She's from Darkmoor, Visaria. Right? Visaria is right over there. And she's visiting and she's sharing with Igor.
Oh, that's so
She's
nice.
telling me about how to stay away from the bats, right?
And it tastes good too.
Well, don't tell me. I know. Yeah. Tell them.
It tastes good.
It tastes good too. That's good. All these people will be following you now. Wherever she goes, you follow her, okay?
Okay.
You take pictures of her. Very famous doctor. And this is her creation right here. She's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Earlier, he told me to eat food.
No.
Yes, I said, but afterwards, we won't go through the whole thing, but yeah, he said, no, you eat food. Trust, who do you trust, him or me?
You, Igor.
Sorry, Charlie. Okay.
How did you know that was my
Tell me his
name?
name.
I'm Igor, I'm a genius. Why are you so surprised?
You're psychic too, I guess.
What?
You're psychic too. I knew his name.
I
Never.
have everything.
Yes, the
That's what I was talking
Yeah.
about earlier.
The lightning.
The lightning, yes, all of that. It's happening very soon. I can feel it. I feel it. You all feel it. You feel it. I feel it. My invisible cat. I have my cat, yes. My cat, I call them Dr. Daisy and Dr. Whoops. Whoopsie and Daisy.
Yes.
They're my invisible cats. How did they get invisible? You want to know?
Yes. How?
Well, how do you think?
They took a potion?
That's not knowing, that's guessing. Oh, there it is. They're doing experiments. There it is. Here it is. Here it comes. Come on. Grab some. Don't stand there. You're missing it. The cosmic and the Was it good for everybody?
Now, if you really want to get into the monster spirit, you can also get your face completely painted as one of your monsters. You can be the Bride of Frankenstein, you can be Wolfman, Dracula even. I don't know how it really works in the summer heat, but people are getting it done and it looks really good. I don't want that much paint on my face in the middle of summer, but it is an option and it looks like a lot of kids love it too. Now there are a couple different merch stores. One you're going to see when you come out of Monsters Unchained. The other one is going to be here right at the front, which is going to lead you to where you can get your makeup done. And because that's where it is, you can also buy the costumes here to dress up as like the creature or the Bride of Frankenstein. So I just want to show you a couple of those things. So here for little kids, you have the whole get up for the creature from the Black Lagoon. and even for older children. And you have the Bride of Frankenstein dress and wig. Here's even an example of one of the kids' costumes that you can get. All right, so it seems really, really quite scary. This is the perfect park to be in. I mean, I'm gonna turn around so you can see, like, the sky is gray. So it is sprinkling right now, and so before it gets to be too bad, I think I'm gonna dip in somewhere and hold out until it's really dark out here, and then I'm gonna take you on a tour of Darkmoor at night, and it's something else. All right, I'll see you in a few minutes. All right, you guys, I was gonna head back into Dark Universe to give you guys a nighttime tour. Unfortunately, they are now closing the portals right at close and not letting anyone in. So I wasn't able to do that, but that's okay. I'm gonna be back here later this week, and I will try to get some B-roll to put in at the end here. But I just wanna thank you guys for following along today during our Dark Universe solo portal. And I can't wait to see you guys next time. If you haven't checked it out, I already have one up for Isle of Berk, and I will be coming out with the rest of the portals as well. So if you wanna see those and follow along, just hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video, hit the like video too. But until next time, I'm Shannon with One Spark of Magic, and I'm wishing you the most magical of days. See you real soon. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Shannon with One Spark of Magic, and if you are returning, thank you so much for joining me again. We are continuing our tour of every portal here in Epic Universe, and today is a great day to be watching this video. If you're a fan of theme parks and video games, you're in for a power-up of a good time today. Today we're stepping through the warp pipe into one of the most immersive lands ever built, Super Nintendo World at Epic Universe here in Orlando, Florida. From racing with Mario to jungle jumping with Donkey Kong, this land is packed with rides, food, meet and greets, and hidden secrets. So let's go! And just like the games, it all starts with a green pipe. As you walk through, you hear that iconic 8-bit sound, and suddenly, boom, you are in the Mushroom Kingdom. Now let's kick things off here with the headline ride, Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. This is an AR racing ride where you join Team Mario, racing through wild tracks, battling Team Bowser. You'll wear your augmented reality visors, collect coins, toss shells, and trip turns in a motion-based vehicle ride. The height requirement for this is 40 inches. And a pro tip, aim your visor carefully. That is how you're going to be aiming to shoot. And don't forget to look up. Every race is going to be a little bit different based upon how you play. And I have not played well, ever. I've lost every time I've played against the other people in my cart. So I'm still trying to figure out how to do this, but it's fun nonetheless. So let's go check this ride out. So when you're in line for a Mario Kart, make sure you take a look at all of the books that they have around. They have some like hilarious titles to these books. Some of my favorites include Wahaha, Evil Laughter Made Easy, Off the Edge, A Rainbow Food Story, Dungeoneering for Dum Dums, A Romantic's Guide to Falling in Lava, and then also this one, which is a Donkey Kong reference, Barreling Your Way to Victory. My question is this a Nintendo reference, or is this a Harry Potter reference, Wicked Wand Waving? Now, the last couple times I've been here, these were not working, so this is kind of cool that they have these interactive like screens now. I don't know if they were just down the here or if it's brand new. Alright, so tip number one I have for you, when you get your visor here, make sure that you put this on super tight. Not too tight where it hurts, but tight enough that it's not going to be loose. When you put on the actual virtual reality visor here, it is going to weigh that down and it's going to push it down here, which is going to make it hard to be able to control. So the tighter you have it, the more form-fitted you have it on your head, the easier it's going to be to stay in place. This is important because since you're going to be moving your head, and where your head is pointed to is going to be where you're shooting. It's very important that this stays put. The very first time I rode this ride, I did not make it very tight because I had a ponytail right where you clip it in the back, and I did not make it super tight. As soon as I put on that virtual reality visor here, it went all the way down my face and I could not see anything. So just a little tidbit to make it a little bit easier for you when you're getting on. It'll help in getting more points too. All right, so I actually scored my highest score. I got 135 this time. So I was pretty proud of myself, but I can do better. I know I can do better. Next up in our rides is going to be a little bit more of a chill, relaxed omni-mover ride, and that is going to be Yoshi's Adventure. Now, this is a family-friendly scenic ride on the back of a Yoshi as you follow Captain Toad's treasure map around Mount Beanpole. It's colorful, it's relaxing, and it's filled with hidden characters and perfect for all ages. There is a height requirement of 34 inches. Now, I've been told that you can spot a baby Mario in here. I've ridden this a couple times, and I have not seen that, so I'm going to keep my eye out on that for this one. But basically, you go through, and there is a little bit of a game here, too. You can find all the colorful little Yoshi eggs, and yeah, it's cute. It's adorable. I wouldn't wait more than 25 minutes for it, but it's here, and it's great for the littles. But it is a very short ride, so be prepared. However, you do get some of the best views of the park from this ride. So, come on, let's go.
Hello, everyone! I'm Toda. Welcome to Mount Beanpole. Hey, since you're here, I was wondering if I could ask you a teensy favor. Do you know Captain Toad? He's the captain of the Toad Brigade and he loves to explore. But now he's filtered deep into the heart of Mount Beanpole in search of a mystical golden egg. But he forgot to take the most important item for any adventure, a map. What a scatterbrain! Without the map, there's no way to find the land. Sorry, I just don't know what to do, so I'm looking for help. All answers about people. That means you can help me find Captain Toad and the golden egg. But there's a small problem. The map doesn't show the exact location of the golden egg. Instead, it shows the locations of 3 flower eggs. Toad Brigade wants to know.
Now, my understanding is that this ride is based off of the Nintendo 64 game Yoshi's Island. I may have that incorrect because I never played it, but that was my understanding, and that's where like some of the scenes come from that game.
People line up, and that happens. Look for the glowing egg. When you see a glowing egg, press the button of the same color. Your Yoshi will stick out his tongue and grab the egg for you. Thanks to you, we found the golden egg! We did it!
Oh, we found all the eggs. There we go. And we found baby Mario. And we found baby Peach. Sounds good. Alright, one of the cool things about Epic Universe is Super Nintendo World, it's made up of actually 2 different lands. Second land being Donkey Kong Country. And that's where we're headed right now to go to our 3rd ride. Now this area recreates the world of Donkey Kong with tropical theming, waterfalls, and temple ruins. The star of the attraction though is Minecart Madness. You'll jump tracks, dodge obstacles, and ride with Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong in this first of its kind coaster here in the United States. It uses a boom coaster tech, meaning that the cart appears to jump over broken tracks, but it's secretly hiding on a hidden trail underneath it. The height requirement for this is 40 inches. Just a fun little fact of things to look for. Look for references to Monkey Kong, Banana Wars, and the classic arcade Donkey Kong game. And over here in line 2, I believe this is a reference to the Tiki-Taki people. Tiki-Tak people? I don't know if I'm saying that right. But those are basically like the villains of Donkey Kong, and so that's what the artwork here in the line 2 is trying to represent. Over here on this wall too is a nod to the original Donkey Kong. You can see it's set up exactly like it is in the original Donkey Kong on Nintendo 64, so it's really cool. Also, don't forget to play the games here in line. You can get a golden banana here by just pressing some of these buttons over here on the side.
Respected member of the Kong family. And where was I? Yeah. I hear you, Squawks. The trouble is the Tiki-Tak tribe. Those good-for-nothing dumb drums have broken into the Golden Temple. Keep your feathers on, Squawks. I'm about to tell them. You see, those noisy nincompoops are after the sacred golden banana. The same golden banana that's been safe in the temple for thousands of years. Legend has it that if it's stolen, an unspeakable fate will befall the land. Or whatever. So keep it together, you lousy parrot. I swear this bird will be the end of me. Look, the bottom line is we're all in big trouble if the Tiki-Taks take the golden banana. Now Donkey Kong and his buddy Diddy Kong set off a while back to chase the Tiki-Tak tribe out of the temple. But shut your beak, I'm getting there.
Now, one thing to keep in mind about Donkey Kong Minecart Madness is this is not the smoothest ride that you're going to be experiencing here at Epic Universe. And when I mean not the smoothest, I mean it's rough. It is trying to go with the theming of being in a minecart and pushing you around and hitting the sides of the cart. That's great theming, and trust me, they do it to the T, but if you have neck or back problems, I would highly suggest skipping this one. It is a cute and fun coaster, but again, a little too rough for most people, including myself. So just a little bit of tidbits to make it a little less rough on you. I highly suggest a couple of things. One, keeping your knees in, so especially if you're tall, so that way your knees aren't bouncing back and forth against the metal on the seats. And then also, just have a good time. So that is my public service announcement for this video. On to the next segment of this tour, which involves a little bit of food. Now moving on to food here in this portal, one of my favorite snacks in all of Epic Universe can be found over here in Donkey Kong Country. That is at the Bubbly Barrel. The DK float is to die for. Now this is going to be a banana and pineapple Dole Whip mixed together. Oh, thank goodness, it's so delicious. It's got toffee toppings, chocolate, caramel popcorn, all on top of a pineapple Fanta soda. It is so good. I was a little shocked the first time I tried this because I was like, this is a little too much. And it is a little too much. It's a little too much good. And I highly recommend this. This is definitely one of my top treats here at Epic Universe. Must get. But there's even more. to try out here at Super Nintendo. All right, when you're making your way back over to the Mario section of Super Nintendo World, you're going to go past Yoshi's Snack Island. This is where you're going to find some scrumptious snacks. And when I mean scrumptious, I mean pretty delicious. They have two different calzones. They have a pepperoni and they have a vegetarian one for you to choose from, red and green. You also have Yoshi smoothies in both mango and in sour apple. And this is where you can also find those really cute and adorable Super Nintendo sippers. All right, we just started reading here, but we got ourselves our Yoshi smoothie as well as the calzone to snack on before the rain stuff. So first up, it's going to be this smoothie. It's an apple melon smoothie. Oh, when they said it was going to be like a sour apple, no, we're kidding. Definitely has some tartness to it. It's very sweet, but not overly sweet. I think the tartness helps with that to keep it from being too excessively sweet. Maybe we'll mix in this on top. I'll change the flavor. Let's try that out. All right, we're all mixed in. It doesn't really change the flavor that much, but it does change the texture a little bit to make it a little bit more smooth. I apologize. I did forget my microphone at home, so the sound's going to be a little off, and this land is probably the loudest land. Worst time for me to actually leave my microphone at home. So I apologize. I'm going to try to fix it in editing, but if I can't, at least you know I tried. Next up, I did get the red calzone. So this is going to be Italian meats and mozzarella and marinara. It's just so cute. Look at that. And it's actually a really big size. Not huge, but bigger than I was expecting. I was expecting this to be a little bit more like the size of my hand. It's a little bigger than that. Oh, here we go. Hopefully this isn't messy. It did take quite a few bites to get in there to get to the substance of it, but man, it's that cheesy. If you like cheese, you're gonna really love this. I mean, it's just, the sauce in there is so cheesy. It's a nice little snack to be able to have. I could probably split this with somebody just as a mid-afternoon snack to hold over to dinner. Super delicious. Last up here in Super Nintendo World for snacks, we have Turbo Boost Treats. This is going to be a little bit more of a simple snack stand. So we're going to find your popcorn buckets, and your sippers. And this snack stand is conveniently located right at the exit of Mario Kart. So if you're in the mood for some crunchy popcorn, some buttery goodness, this is where you're going to find it here. Now, let's be honest, what is a Nintendo World without some gameplay? That's right, with your power-up bands, you can go around this entire world and you can explore, tap the mystery boxes, play mini games, collect coins, be able to get into Bowser's Jr.'s challenge. That's right, there are so many different things to play here. There's interactive songs, there's interactive games, there's challenges galore, there is stuff for groups and stuff for individuals to be able to enjoy this. So here's a little bit of B-roll of that happening. He's trying. He's trying.
That's all that matters, right?
Well.
Yeah, that's all that matters. Left, right, left. I thought you said both guys.
You did it, Sam! You saved the day! Don't worry, there's a reason I didn't do it. you're playing these games and you're wearing your power-up band here, make sure to not hit with the actual power band itself, but with your fist. Now you don't break your power-up band. It will collect your points for you, and you'll still get all the different stamps and everything and all the challenges. Just, you might break it if you use this. So, punch like that. While you're playing your games, keep an eye out for the ones that let you collect keys. Now there are, I believe, 5 different interactive games that you can collect keys at, and you need 3 keys to be able to get into this special challenge. This challenge will take you into Bowser's Jr.'s lair, and that's where you'll battle him. It's the boss battle, and only you can get in there if you collect all the keys. Pretty cool. Let's go check it out. Next up is going to be the meet and greets here in Super Nintendo World. You can meet some of your favorite video game characters right here. You get pictures with them, videos, and they even talk. First, we're going to check out where Donkey Kong hangs out. You can find him over here in Donkey Kong Country, and you're going to see his treehouse that he lives in. And don't forget about the banana horde that he has right underneath his treehouse. It's super fun, but this is where Donkey Kong is going to be meeting with you, and I got some B-roll of that earlier. Wasn't able to get in line for it because it started raining right afterwards, but if you're here, make sure to go see him. He's got one of the longest wait times as a meet and greet here because everybody loves him. So come check that out, but let's go check out where the other characters are going to be at. Coming back over here to this side of the world, this is where you're going to be able to meet Mario and Luigi. They're going to be right in the center here, and yep, things are crazy. One of the cool things about this experience here is that Mario and Luigi actually speak to you. So does Princess Peach. Now that we know where you can come here and meet Mario and Luigi, let's go find out and look at where Princess Peach is. One thing you're going to have to be a little okay with when you come to Super Nintendo World is going up and down some stairs. They do have elevators around, not always in the most convenient spots, but of course there's only, can't have them right in the middle, but be prepared to walk. So when you first come into Super Nintendo World, go through Princess Peach's castle, come out into the Mushroom Kingdom, and then you're going to take a right, and wham bam, there you are. This is where the Princess Peach meetup is. You'll find her here throughout the day. So before you head out of the park, make sure you check out the merchandise here. There is some totally cute merch that they have for all of Nintendo, including Donkey Kong. Over in Donkey Kong, you have a small little inside-outside, like, little grab-and-go type place for merch, and it's just Donkey Kong Center. Usually my favorite over there is going to be that banana fanny pack. It's really cute. Also, as you're walking back from Donkey Kong Country, you'll pass over where Yoshi's Snack Island is. Across from there, that's where you can find some of the Yoshi stuff as well, and the power-up bands. So if you're looking for those without having to go into one of the big stores, you can purchase those there. But then there's also the big giant merch store here, and that is going to be right here where I am now, the 1-Up Factory. Over here, you can find this different sections for Bowser. You're going to find sections for Donkey Kong, Princess Peach, all the different characters, Luigi, Mario. You've got them all covered right here. Some of the cutest stuff here. However, if I went through every single piece of merchandise in the store, this video would be hours long. So I'm just going to show you a couple of my favorites, starting with one I've already purchased. Peaches shirt. They have these for each of the characters, and they're only $35. Super cute, a little too thick and heavy for summer weather, but if it was, say, October, November, it'd be great. Just as a heads up too, if you are looking for more merchandise, there is another store that is right outside of the portal that you can go into that is all things Super Nintendo, including some Zelda stuff. So I'm just going to take in here real quickly. It's going to have a lot of the same merchandise that is in the other merchandise places that I showed you. I just wanted to give you a little glimpse of what you can find in here. Super Nintendo World doesn't just have snacks, they also have one sit-down restaurant, and that is going to be Toadstool Cafe. I'm here, about to go have dinner there. So come with me. Okay, so I have actually never eaten here at Toadstool yet. This will be my very first meal, so I'm going blind here a little bit. The lighting's really kind of weird in here. So we're just going to go through the menu, and I'll tell you some of the ones that people have been talking about, and figure out what we're. So they have the super mushroom soup and the toasted chili garlic mini nuts. This looks really cute. For salads, they have a piranha plant crazy salad and a superstar chicken salad. I've heard a lot about the superstar chicken salad being really good and refreshing. They also have the Mario burger, and this is going to have bacon, mushroom, and cheese on it. And then they have the Luigi burger, which is what I think I might end up getting. That's got a pesto grilled chicken sandwich, Swiss cheese, green peppers, and spinach. The side of the truffle fries. I mean, sounds great. They also have a fire flour spaghetti and meatballs. So this sounds right up my alley, but it's $18 for spaghetti with a spicy mushroom marinara. One, I'm not a mushroom person, so this is going to be a little hard for me since most of the stuff here is going to have mushrooms in it. But it does sound really good. I just wish it didn't have mushrooms, and I wish it wasn't $18 for spaghetti. They have a mushroom pizza bowl, and there are lots on my list that I really want to try. I might come back and try it at a different time when I do a full review of this restaurant. It's going to be Bauer's Fire Challenge. Now, this is a huge, giant meatball with like marinara sauce and hot sauce. And, I love trying anything that's supposed to be spicy. And people have said it's actually spicy, so I'm kind of interested in that. They have Chef Toad's herb chicken special, which is a marinated chicken with pressed potatoes. Yoshi's mushroom Alfredo. So if you like mushrooms, come here. There's a lot here. They also have several desserts like the mock tiramisu, Mount Maple cake, Princess Peach's cake, which is huge. I saw somebody with it on their table when I walked past them, and oh my goodness, the thing is huge. They also have some specialty beverages, which includes the Superstar Lemon Squash, which is honey lemon soda with mango stars and assorted tropical fruits. And then they also have your typical freestyle, as well as your milks and other juices for kids. They do have a kids menu here, but there's only 2 items on it. They have a Mario mini burger, which is a cheeseburger with truffle french fries, corn on the top, broccoli, and a coin cookie. And then they have the Power Up Spaghetti Marinara, which is spaghetti with marinara sauce, Power Up Parmesan Crisp, toasted cheesy garlic knot, and a coin cookie. Now this one is only $9.99, but it doesn't have the mushroom marinara, which would be a positive for me, but it also isn't spicy. So I wonder if you could add like hot sauce on this side, because that would be a great way to do multiple meals here to try is try the kids' spaghetti. Okay. We'll see. One of the cool things here that they have are these windows that are all around the outside of the restaurant. And it's like you're looking out into Mushroom Kingdom and you see all the different toads going about their day. Each of them are going to be different. So the ones like over where I'm at, you can see outside. There's Mount Bean Pool up there as well. I'm looking across over on the other side. They have a different portion of it with, other parts of Mushroom Kingdom. But then on the back side over here, those windows over there, they have the kitchen. So you can actually see Chef Toad and all his toad people making your food. It is so cute. All right, our first item arrived at the table, and these are the Superstar Lemon Squashes. Now this is a specialty drink, non-alcoholic, so safe for your kid. It's got honey lemon soda with mango stars and assorted tropical bubbles. So I have a feeling it's going to be super sweet, but it is just so super adorable, and even the cup has little star notes on it. It's just really, really cool. So I'm just going to give this a nice mix. Try it. It's not too sweet. It's actually really good and refreshing. It actually tastes like a nice juice with a little bit of carbonation in it, and it's pretty good. I'm surprised. I thought I wasn't going to like it. There is a lot of stuff in it though, between the mango and the boba. So there's a lot more chewing going on with this drink than I would with normal drinks. But our food just arrived. So I did end up getting the Luigi burger, and at first glance, I'm not really impressed. The bun is really hard and cold. The cheese isn't even be melted at all, not even close. The chicken is not hot. The plate is hot, but nothing else is. The French fries, the room temp. This is I'm gonna give it a shot. We're gonna try it. I'm not gonna say anything. We're not gonna judge until we've tried it. It does have a really cute Luigi hat on it. So that's cool. First bite, not great. So I put some more of this sauce that they have on there. I'm not sure if it's for the sandwich itself or if it's for the French fries. I'm putting it on the sandwich to see if it helps. Okay, so I heard a lot of people saying this is such a great sandwich, and it's not terrible, but I would normally not get a chicken sandwich because most of them get grilled chicken, and a bean Berk. It's going to be really dry, and that's exactly what the situation is here. It's dry. There's no heat to it at all. It's room temp, so that is a big no-no for me. But I have to say this, I don't understand why they are doing this. Maybe it's a cost thing, I don't know. But Universal here at Epic, they don't have any condiment sections. Like, you can't go up and get some ketchup or mayonnaise, salt, pepper, silverware, napkins. Like, I was getting no silverware, no napkins, nothing. So I'm SOL when it comes to that. I just don't like that. I don't like that I can't go up and modify my food at all. You can't modify it in the app. You have to order it through the app. You can't talk to anybody. They get really angry at you if you ask for it. Not that I've asked for it, but I have watched other people and they say, no, you have to sit down and order it, and that's the way it is. This doesn't sit well with me. The fact that you don't even have, where I can go up and get some ketchup or some mayonnaise to make things taste better. I don't understand. If anybody works for Universal, please explain that to me. It seems like it's a cost-cutting factor, and there's not really much more to it than that. I could be wrong, but that's what it seems like, and it's not sitting well with me. Neither is this sandwich.
Alright, so even though the sandwich wasn't my favorite thing I've ever had, it still wasn't bad. As I got more into the chicken, it was a little bit juicier on the center, but the outsides were still pretty tough. And the green pepper that was over there was delicious. I will say that. It's just, for $19, I do not think that is the best bang for your buck. This kind of reminds me a little bit of the gimmicky of the Minions Cafe. It's super cute food, super Instagrammable. But what I've had today, not the greatest, especially for the price. But the drink was good.
And there you have it, Super Nintendo World here at Epic Universe, packed with rides, challenges, secrets, and magic, beginning to end. This isn't just a land, it's a playable world for all ages. If you love this one, give it a thumbs up, and also hit the subscribe button so you can see the rest of my portal tours, as well as all the new and interesting things happening here at Universal Studios and Disney. And let me know in the comments, what was your favorite part of Super Nintendo World? But until next time, stay powered up. Toodaloo. Hi friends, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Shannon and this is One Spark of Magic. And today we are continuing our series of going through and touring and reviewing each of the portals here at the brand new park in Orlando, Epic Universe. Today's adventure is going to lead us through the portal of Harry Potter and the Ministry of Magic. We're not only going to be traveling to a different dimension, but we're also going to be traveling back in time, back to 1920s Paris. So let's go ahead, let's get started, let's get this epic journey going. When you first come up to the portal here, this is where you're going to find the golden statue with a hand holding the Elder Wand, which is one of the most iconic wands of all of Harry Potter. You're going to make your way up to the portal. You'll also see the Time Turner. The Time Turner is what allows us to not only go through this portal to the Harry Potter area, but also to go back in time to the 1920s. But don't forget to look around the portal too. There are some hidden gems on here as well. You can see that the entire portal is covered with different Harry Potter wands and Fantastic Beasts wands. If you look to the left, you will see all the Harry Potter wands. I was only able to pick this out because I could see Voldemort's. But on the right-hand side, you'll see wands from the Fantastic Beasts characters. As you make your way through the archways, make sure to turn around and look at what is on the other side. That's where you'll find the gold phoenix, and then you'll also see the different beasts from Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts on the other side. If you're looking at the archway out towards the exit of the portal, you'll see on the left-hand side is all the Harry Potter beasts, and then on the right-hand side is all the beasts from the Fantastic Beasts movies. Now, everything here is so authentic that even the advertisements and the posters are all in French. I don't understand French, I don't know French, but some of the things I was able to make out, make sure to take a look at those posters. Use your Google Translate to kind of figure these things out, because there's some Easter eggs in there that might be really entertaining and fun for you. They have posters there for some of the specialty drinks, the restaurants here in Harry Potter, and also for the circus. All right, let's cut right to the chase and make it to the main attraction here at the Ministry of Magic, which is the battle at the Ministry of Magic.
Watch. I'll get you going there. Yeah, go down there. Do we go? All right.
On this ride, you're going to travel through the Metroflux not only to Ministry of Magic, but to the 90s. This is where you're going to witness the trial of Umbridge and see if she actually gets to pay for the crimes that she's done. But of course, nothing can be easy here in Harry Potter. Something goes wrong, and you and your close friends, Ron, Harry, and Hermione, are going to have to do a little spell binding. The biggest draw to this ride is definitely the queue. The queue system here is fantastic. You walk in and it looks like you're walking in to the Ministry of Magic right from the Harry Potter rides. The queue also takes you through and you see where people are at now. So you'll see lockers for some of your favorite characters in the Harry Potter series. Now this ride is a dark ride with a trackless system that uses screen and practical effects. The animatronics in here, the Death Eaters, are fantastic. There's also some other animatronics of your favorite characters from Harry Potter, some that you wouldn't even expect. Excuse me, Ron has his own animatronic. Okay, totally cool with that. Now the screen systems on this are definitely higher quality than the other ones over at Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure. However, if you are prone to motion sickness, this one might get you. It does throw you around quite a bit, and they did have to adjust some of the thrill on this ride because the sensors kept going off and closing down the ride. So that big giant drop that everybody loved during the previews, it's not there anymore. Hopefully one day they get that back so that way it's a little bit more thrilling. This ride will have some of the longest wait times in the entire park. During previews, it got up to 5 hours. Right now, it usually stands at about a 2-hour, 2.5-hour wait. I honestly don't think it's worth it. I think it's a great ride. I think some of the animatronics that they use are great. I think that the queue is fantastic. It is the best queue I think I've ever seen of any ride. But the queue is better than the ride, in my personal opinion. And so I wouldn't wait more than 45 minutes, but you're not going to be able to do that for quite a while. So I would say try to stick to the 100-minute mark and under, and try to get on then. The ride is busiest in the morning time. People will line up waiting for the park to open. This is not part of early park admission. So if you get in line here for early park admission, you're going to be waiting that full hour before the ride even opens, and then you're going to have to wait whatever time that is that you need to get in. However, if you want to get it done and out of the way, it still works while your feet are still fresh in the morning. But just know that the morning time is when it's going to be at its highest peak. I have found that usually in the mid-afternoon is when you're going to find the best times to come to the ride. So just keep an eye on the wait times. Try to do it under 100 minutes and you should be good to go. The next attraction that you're going to find here is going to be the circus show. Now here is going to be a show that's going to be based off of the Fantastic Beasts movies. Here you're going to be able to witness all the Fantastic Beasts that are hidden and living inside of Nude's suitcase. If you have not watched any of the Fantastic Beasts movies yet, I would highly suggest watching at least the first one to give you some idea and balance of who these characters are, what these creatures are, and what everything kind of means. I think it would help you understand and appreciate some of the things that are in this portal as well as in the circus show. So I would highly recommend that. However, it is still a great show regardless of seeing the movies or not. Would I put this as a higher one than How to Train Your Dragon? No, I wouldn't, but I still think it's a great show, and there is some really cool effects that they do with the stage, and there's some aerial and acrobatic moves in there. Oh, it's really cool. There's even a fire person. It's really cool. Now this show does fill up pretty fast, so I would recommend getting there about 20 minutes before the show starts so that you can guarantee yourself a spot there without having to wait for another show. Besides the attractions, there's also a lot of shopping that you can do here in the Ministry of Magic. And we're going to take a little tour, show you all the things that are available. First up is going to be the Tour de Flou. Now this is going to be at the exit of the Battle of the Ministry ride. So as you're exiting out, you're going to walk through this gift shop. This is where you're going to find all your favorite Metro Flou attire, from your bags to your t-shirts. Some of them are super adorable. But if you're looking for your house, there is also a bunch of new house merchandise in there as well. So your Gryffindor, your Hufflepuffs, you're going to be able to find those right here in the store as well. But don't forget, you're also going to find your Ministry of Magic. They have a full sweatsuit with sweatpants and a t-shirt that match. They have tons of different clothing and bags. A lot of cute stuff in there, and I would definitely highly recommend you even shopping in there. Even if you don't do the attraction, there's tons of stuff in there for you to be able to shop for. Next up on our shopping is going to be Les Galeries Lafitte. It's the one that's right next to La Serene, the restaurant. We're going to go in there and we're going to check that one out. All right, so at the stores, we're going to find more of your French items and more based on your Fantastic Beasts. However, you can still find all of your Quidditch stuff for your different houses, including Gryffindor and Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, Slytherin. There is tons of stuff in there for that. If you have a second, take a look up and you will also see some trophies for some Quidditch tournaments as well. But back to the merchandise, you're also going to find here anything in Niffler that you want. So if that is your crazy little guy that you love, you can find so much stuff here for them. They even have different pieces of, I wouldn't call it lingerie, but it's nightwear for women that they have here. Very French looking, very silky and soft. But you can also find the French 1920s Harry Potter robes. So if you're looking for one of those, that's where you can find it, as well as the other French style house items such as your berets and your suspenders. All those things are going to be found right there. But next up on our shopping spree is going to be what every witch and wizard is going to need, and that's going to be a wand. We're going to go to Cosme Acajor. Now, if you're looking for a wand, Cosme Acajor is where you want to be. This is where you're going to find all the different types of wands you could possibly think of. You're going to be able to find your traditional first generation wands of your favorite characters from Harry Potter, including Harry himself, Hermione, and many, many others. But here in Epic Universe, you're going to be able to find some of your favorite Fantastic Beasts wands in there as well. But one of the cool things that's here are some Epic Universe exclusives. So Cosme is a real person. She designs and creates these wands. And there are several of them that are in there that are first generation, but they are curated specifically by her and designed by her. And some of them are absolutely gorgeous. But also inside you can find the Epic Universe exclusive second generation Phoenix wand. This wand is absolutely gorgeous with the white and gold. It's very spectacular, very bougie, very French. So if you're looking for a wand, this is where you need to go, and keep an eye out because Cosme likes to come and visit her patrons every once in a while and help them pick a wand. So if you see her walking around, make sure to say hello, let her know how beautiful her wands are, and maybe she can give you some advice of which wand is best for you. Next up is going to be a little bit of shopping, but a little bit of eating as well. And that is going to be over at K. Ramel's. And that is going to be the sweet treat store that you're going to find here. They have everything here from your classic Harry Potter chocolate frogs, which they do have in dark milk and white chocolate. They also have the jelly beans that you can get here, the exploding bonbons, you name it, they've got it here. when I was here the other day, I did try several of their chocolate truffles that you can get either individually or in a box of 6. I tried the Choco Choc, the lavender, blood, the coconut, the hazelnut, and the pumpkin juice. My favorites included the blackberry and lavender. It had a very blackberry forward flavor with a lavender on the backside. It was a creamy lavender and a very tart blackberry. And it had that sweetness from the chocolate. The other one that I loved was the pink coconut ice, and that one was delicious. It had a creamy coconut filling with a semi-sweet milk chocolate on the outside. This reminded me a lot of the Dove chocolates that would used to come out around Easter time that were filled with that coconut cream. The other one I really loved was the pumpkin juice. Now, this really did not taste like the drink pumpkin juice, which I love. I love the pumpkin fizz and the pumpkin juice. However, this one tasted more like pumpkin pie. It had that real spice of pumpkin in it and a little bit of that cinnamon and nutmeg. It was very creamy, very delicious. Highly recommend. The other ones were could have done without, but those three were unique and flavorful and delicious. Also in Caramel, you'll find more of your favorite snacks and desserts and sweet treats, but you'll also find your apparel. So they have butterbeer apparel as well as some Caramel merchandise themselves, and I am dying to get that cooler bag that they have. It's gorgeous, and if you're going to be buying chocolates here, I would get that and then take it directly back to your room or your house, then come back to the park because these chocolates will melt. I also tried their blackberry lavender chocolate bar that they have. That was absolutely delicious as well. It wasn't too sweet. It definitely had more of the blackberry flavor than a lavender, but you could definitely taste the florals and the botanicals from that. Very delicious, very unique, and it was purple, super cute. But since we're talking about food, I think it's time we talk about the food here. And this presents a great segue into the different restaurants that are here in Ministry of Magic. First, we're going to head over to the Goblet Noir. Now, this is going to be the more German-style restaurant. It's going to have a darker theme to it. It does have tons of seating. Every time I've been in there, there has been plenty of open seats. I believe there's 7 different rooms that are in here, and they're all very cozy, very dark, very cool, giving you a nice, relaxing place to have some lunch or some dinner. I have been told by team members that it is a little bit more busy at dinner time than it is at lunch. So if you're looking for a quick bite to eat and to get in and out and have a table and cool off in the mid-afternoon, this might be a really good place to go because people kind of sleep on this. The food here is German-based, and I did eat here once before. I did have plenty of people with me, so we tried a bunch of different things. So one of the things that we tried was the platter that they have here, and it has a smoked sausage, potato and cheese pierogies, marinated beets, pickled egg, caramelized onion, a warm pretzel bread, German mustard, and cheese fondue. Now this is the one that we were pretty underwhelmed by. This one, the sausage was great, and the cheese fondue was delicious. But the potato and cheese pierogies were stale tasting and not very warm. The marinated beets, well, that's on us. None of us like beets, so we did not eat those. Pickled egg, I was expecting more of a pickled egg, like Japanese style pickled egg. However, this was used almost in the same juice that the pickled beets were. It had a little bit of a beet flavor to it, and it did have the purple coloring. So I think they used the same thing because it did not have the flavor of a pickled egg. Though the pretzel had potential, it was pretty stale and hard on the outside, so it didn't really give it that flavor that you really wanted and what you're expecting from pretzel bread. Overall, the idea of this is fantastic. Being able to split a giant platter with a little bit of everything so people can try a bunch of different things, that is right up my alley. However, the execution of this was just lacking a little. I think they just need to worry about the quality of the items that they're putting on there, and if they can correct those, this would be an amazing platter. But for $27, and for the quality that it was, definitely not worth it to me right now until Universal fixes that quality control. We also got the Jaeger Schnitzel, which is a traditional German dish. This, however, was fantastic. Now, there's a German restaurant that me and my family like to eat at down in Sanford, and it's called Hollerbox. It's some of the best German food that you're going to be able to get here in the Orlando area, at least in my opinion. I can't remember the exact thing, but it's either they bring in water from Germany to make their pretzels, or they bring in the pretzel dough made over in Germany to make it here to make it more authentic and taste actually from Germany. So their food is fantastic. Was this dish as good as theirs? No, it was not. But what it was amazing for a quick service restaurant inside of a theme park. It was very good quality meat. The pork was very tender and juicy on the inside. The end pieces were a little bit dry and a little bit overcooked, but still very delicious. And even though I'm not a mushroom person, this mushroom gravy was very, very good. And the fries? Fries were fries, but they were delicious, nice and salty, and they actually came out hot, which is the first time I've gotten fries here at Epic where they've come out hot. And then there's also Café de la Sirène, and that's where we're going to be eating lunch today. Now I've eaten here a couple of different times, and I've had the butterbeer crepe, which is delicious, but very decadent. I would very much recommend that you have somebody to share that with. But I also have had the quiche Lorraine, and that was so good, so light and airy yet creamy all at the same time. And the density of the quiche was like perfect, and the crust was very flaky, full of flavor, lots of ingredients in there. I highly recommend that. However, I want to try something new for you guys today. So I'm going to take a look at this menu and see what we're going to order. Some of the things that have been catching my eye every time I look at the menu is one, the French onion soup with the side salad. I mean, I love a French onion soup, and it's hot out today, but I mean, it's French onion soup. Can you really say no to that? Now, one of the times I was here, one of my friends, Hannah, got the beef bourguignon, and that one was very delicious too. Looked very good, but very, very heavy, and that's not something for me on a park day, so just be prepared for that. However, it was delicious. I've also heard the steak au pois is very, very good. Now, that is not going to be like a regular steak that you would get that we would call steak here in America. It's more like a Salisbury steak kind of steak, if that makes sense. Now they do have a couple of different sandwiches, one being a ratatouille sandwich. It looks very interesting, but the one that always catches my eye is the sliced cracked black pepper turkey with apples, brie, arugula, and topped with mustard butter and apple butter and served in a warm, crusty baguette. I mean, that sounds so good. Okay, first up, I had to get the lavender lemonade. It is super delicious. I love anything lavender. I've had it a couple times out here and also at Goblet Noir, so you can find this all over the Wizarding World. So delicious. Even though it is the middle of summer right now here in Florida, I love sitting out here on the patios and being able to people watch. It really immerses you into thinking that you're on the streets of Paris and being at one of the side bistros and cafes and just watching all the people walk by as you drink your fancy little drink. All right, our food has gotten here and I ended up getting the sandwich. So this is going to be the cracked pepper sandwich with the brie and the apples. Looks really good. I'm a little concerned. The plate is extremely hot, so it feels like it's been sitting underneath the heat lamp for a while, and the bread looks very, very hard. But open minds, open hearts. So we're just going to dig right on into this. I will say that it looks absolutely delicious. There is so much on here. Cracked pepper is nicely sliced there with very thinly sliced apples. All right, I'm just gonna dig on in. What is really nice there is that the brie is nice and melted, giving it that nice flavor throughout the entire sandwich. The cracked pepper gives it a nice savory taste to it, but that apple butter and the actual apple slices give it a nice sweetness. So there's a good balance of sweet, salty, savory. It's actually pretty good. Baguette is a little on the crispier side than I would prefer, but the inside at least is nice and soft, and it does have that nice, beautiful baguette taste. It's very good.
All right, now that we have completed our lunch, there's one other place you can grab a drink here, and that is Bar Moonshine. Bar Moonshine is going to be an American Quidditch bar where you can go in and grab some famous drinks like the Low Blaster or the Giggle Water. Also at Bar Moonshine, you're going to be able to find this drink right here, the Boo the Blue. And that is going to be the mocktail that's there that changes color. So it starts off as a nice blue color, and then you add a little bit of magic to it, and it turns purple, glittery, and sparkly, and it's quite delicious. So you'll open that up. And there's a cloud in there.
Yes.
I'm going to take that out.
Oh, the whole thing. It's like cotton candy, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and then you're going to dunk it in there. And then all of it, just drop it in. There you go. And you're going to take your magic wand. And now you're going to stir it. You'll see advertisements for that all over the portal here, but Bar Moonshine is where you're going to find that. Now the Low Blaster, though it is super popular, it is very, very high alcohol content. Be very cautious drinking it for anybody that's not a big alcohol drinker. I did not prefer it. I did not like it because I don't like absinthe, but that's just me. But I did get the Giggle Water as well and tried a little bit of that, and that's basically just a French 75. So is it good? Yeah, it's good. Is it something I'm going to go out of my way for? No, I think there's more unique drinks throughout the park that I would go to. If you're looking for something Harry Potter specific, Bar Moonshine is the place for you. And if you're looking for your traditional butterbeer, you can get that right over here, right behind me. There is the butterbeer cart. It's going to be right next to the circus show. You can get either frozen or regular butterbeer there. They do not serve hot butterbeer here yet, but I really hope they get to it because that is my favorite, and I really love to have that here for fall. Over here at the Eye Doctor, you're going to find one of our wonderful creatures from Fantastic Beasts. Oh, look how cute he is! Oh, hi! That is just your friendly reminder to never forget to look in the windows here because you never know what you're going to find. Now that is not all that the Ministry of Magic has to offer you. If you're looking for some entertainment, it's got it. Keep an eye out for roaming characters. Sometimes you might find one of the police officers, the wizarding police officers, and detectives out asking you for your wand permit.
You might also find some students from Hogwarts and other wizarding schools from around the area. But you'll also find some entertainment that's out here as well. A lot of times they'll have a band out here and you'll be able to see them play on a Parisian way. And guess what? As soon as I say that, they come walking out.
Hidden magic where everybody has a song.
What's that? What's that sound? Where's that coming from?
Oh, yes. It's coming from Let's give up.
No, not this time. It's some kind of jazzy rhythm. Oh, I know what. Or should I say hooties? Our guys doesn't touch me. Oh no, this thing is locked. Pull aside. Hello, come on.
Mesdames et messieurs, s'il vous plaît, on three, say hello, Bloom. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, Bloom.
Ah, great idea, Bloom. Music box, drop us some hot jazz.
All right, we are almost done with our complete tour of this portal, but there is one more thing that we have not quite covered yet, and that is going to be using our wizarding spells and our wizarding wands. Now, to make it a little bit easier on you to be able to see these spells, we're going to be coming back when it's a little bit darker. Let's go do some magic. All right, I think these ones you have to close all the different boxes and you have to actually point at each one. So we're gonna try this out. Sendo. Whoa. Look at him, he's so cute. All right, now this one has two, so I'm not sure if I can do it by myself, but we're gonna try. right down here by the Ministry of Magic. You're also going to find another one that's going to get you a little on the wet side. Woo. Woo. Ah! All right, I attempted, but I couldn't get close enough because it kept getting wet, and now my hair is soaked. So we're gonna move on to that one. I will show you some B-roll of my sister doing it the other day when we were here together. Maybe that will suffice.
It's the mall.
All right. Browsing. Where are you? One of these days I'm going to be good at this.
Right there.
I still can't see it. Oh, there it is. It's behind the little thing, okay? Whew, thank you.
And your potion is right there. You can see it.
Oh, cool! Thank you. And thank you for your help. Okay, so that was pretty cool. So I just did the potions one. I was talking to several people, including team members and other more expert wizards. So this is my first time doing anything with the wand. And they said that there is a secret potion that you can do over there. It's the 4 on, I believe, the second from the bottom row. But I did it. I got it through it. I did have help from the team member. She helped me go through it. But that was really cool. So we're going to do 1 or 2 more, and then we're going to wrap this thing out.
In your hair.
Yes, it is.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
And I love how it matches your shirt.
Yes. Gryffindor colors.
Yes, I love it. Very fashionable. Oh, and your earrings. What's on your earrings?
Oh, it's the time.
It's the time?
Yeah, it's the thing to take you back in time.
Oh, a time turner.
Yeah, time turner. That's what it's
How
called.
Delightful.
Yes.
And have you been traveling through time a lot lately?
Yeah, actually, went to 1920s Paris here, back to the 90s, and now into the 2020s too.
Oh my goodness, you are well traveled, aren't you?
Yes.
Well, what is your name, dear?
Shannon.
Shannon?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, lovely to meet you, dear Shannon. My name is Cassandra.
Nice to meet you.
Cassandra Trelawney. And these are my very good friends. Gentlemen, introduce yourselves, please.
I am Sir
And no, one at a time.
of the round table at your service.
Do forgive me, Shannon. I was not specific enough with them. Simon, why don't you say hello?
Ah, welcome. To you, I say. Enchanté.
Oh, thank you.
Now, Sir Cadogan, you may say hello.
Very pleased to meet you.
There we are. Yes, we must teach them to take turns.
Understood.
Well, Shannon, what adventures have you gone on today?
Oh, I've been to the Ministry of Magic. I went on a Stardust Racers, which is a comet through, the sky. So a lot of places. Yes.
Many an adventure, and you stayed safe the whole time?
Somehow, yes. Probably by magic.
Your bow or your time turners?
No, not yet.
Lovely. And I see you acquired a wand.
Oh,
Let
yes.
me see it. Ah, yes. I love it. Did you get it at Cosme's?
I did. Yes, actually, I did. I got it a couple weeks ago there. Yes.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so glad. Well, would you like to practice a spell with us?
That would be wonderful.
Oh, I love it. All right, dear. Who would you like to practice with, Simon or Sir Cadogan?
Let's try Simon.
Simon, wonderful. Is that all right, dear?
Yes, yes.
Perfect. Well, he has been a bit down here lately, so perhaps we could try to give him the giggles. Whenever you're ready, dear, would you say Ricta Sempra?
Ricta Sempra.
Wonderful. Now Sir Cadogan's laughing as well. Oh, thank you, Shannon. That was wonderful.
Thank you, Cassandra. Appreciate it.
You cheered us all. Thank you, my love.
Have a good night.
You too. Get home safe, dear.
Thank you. So this one was really cool. You had the Niffler in there, and once you turn the lights out, which is what you're supposed to do with your wand, then you can actually go through and like keep moving it around because it's going to be lit up, and then he's going to see something sparkly, and he's just going to follow your wand around. It is so freaking cute. I think they're my favorite. All right, you guys, that's going to be a wrap for us today. We have explored everything here that the Harry Potter Ministry of Magic has to offer. We saw the rides, we saw the shows, we saw the magic, the food, the drinks, and the merchandise, and everything, including the ambiance. I'm really happy you guys came along on this journey with me today, and I hope you learned something, and I hope maybe you get to come and enjoy this sometime soon. If you are coming, let me know what you're most excited about and what you want to see. And if you have any questions, I'd love to answer them for you. But until next time, I'm Shannon with One Spark of Magic, and I'm wishing you the most magical of days. Toodaloo. Hi friends, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I am Shannon and this is One Spark of Magic. Today we are concluding our portal tour here at Epic Universe by coming to the hub in the central of it all, Celestial Park. Today we're going to explore all the rides, attractions, food, bars, shopping, and the life of a Celestian. And by the time we're done here, you'll know everything there is to know about Celestial Park and the Celestian life. Celestial Park is the core of Epic Universe. Think of it like a cosmic crossroads, connecting to the Ministry of Magic, Mario, Isle of Berk, and the world of classic monsters. via portals powered by the Kronos Tower. If you're wondering what the Kronos Tower is, that is what you pass under when you get into Celestial Park. The design and theming here is steeped in astronomy, astrology, and that magical celestial vibe. One of the things that Universal said when they were building Epic Universe is that they wanted to put park back into theme park. And that's literally what Celestial Park is for us. You can go through walkways of gardens and beautiful landscaping, statues, and just so much glamour and gloriousness of just like a beautiful park right here in the center of a theme park. It's gorgeous and beautiful. I can't describe just how beautiful it is, and I don't think the camera does it justice. I'm sitting right now in one of the center gardens here in Celestial Park, and I am surrounded by gardenia bushes, and I can smell the flowers, and it smells amazing, it's refreshing, relaxing, and just absolutely gorgeous. So with Universal trying to put park back in a theme park, I think they nailed it. Now throughout the day, you'll be able to walk through these gardens and experience the daytime park, but don't sleep on this at nighttime. There are lights galore throughout all the gardens and the waterways. It is gorgeous and it's so much fun. The whole park comes alive at night. But if you do recognize some of the lights flickering at night, that's not your imagination. That is probably Dr. Victoria Frankenstein doing some of her experiments on her monsters. So the whole story of Dr. Frankenstein being able to do all these new experiments now is because she's using the power from Celestial Park to be able to power her experiments in there. So you'll see as you're in Dark Universe, all the lights flickering while she's gaining the power from Celestial Park and from the Kronos. Now she can't escape the power from any of the other portals, but she can from the central hub here. So if you see the flickering, then you know Victoria is up to something over there in Dark Universe. So just keep an eye out for that. On top of the beautiful gardens and flowers that you have surrounding Celestial Park, you also have this waterway that goes all the way from the front to the back where Helios Grand is. Throughout the day, you'll see the water dancing and synchronizing with each other throughout the entire park. And at nighttime, it becomes a light extravaganza. The whole park will be lit up and the waterways will be lit up as well, giving it that extra celestial vibe. So first up, we're gonna look at all the rides and attractions that are here in Celestial Park. First up, the thrill ride of them all, Stardust Racers. Stardust Racers is the park's signature coaster. This is a dueling coaster with 2 side-by-side tracks, launching riders up to 133 feet at 62 miles per hour, with multiple launches, bank turns, and a wild celestial spin. So the celestial spin is when the 2 dueling tracks actually intertwine with each other as they're inverting. There are slight variations between the green and yellow track, but everyone says the green one's a little bit better in that regard. To be honest with you, they're both really cool. So these trains are actually racing each other and there is a winner. It's hard to see during the day, but at night you'll see checkered flags at the end when you're coming in and the winner's checkered flag will light up. According to some of the team members I talked to over at Stardust Racers, Team Yellow wins about 90% of the time. And that is partially due to the fact that Yellow is usually behind and whoever is behind gets an extra boost on the last launch. Now the green track tends to be a little bit more popular because some claim it has more intense and has better views during the celestial spin, but I am forever Team Yellow. This ride is amazing during the day, but it comes even more alive at night. There is no external track lighting, but the ride vehicles themselves will be fully lit, making them appear as actual comets shooting across the night sky. For my Back to the Future junkies out there, this ride has tons of Easter eggs and backstories for you that you're gonna absolutely love. First of all, each of the ride vehicles will be powered by the flux capacitor, which you can find on the back of each of the trains.
I was standing on the edge of my toilet, hanging a clock. The porcelain was wet. I slipped, hit my head on the edge of the sink. And when I came to, I had a revelation, a vision, a picture in my head, a picture of this. This is what makes time travel possible. The flux capacitor.
Flux capacitor.
And how did they get that flux capacitor? Well, that is because Doc Brown himself helped create Stardust Racers. Apparently, Doc Brown is one of the scientists that helped the Celestians discover and create these portals to these other worlds. Prior to the portals, the Celestians would use comets to fly through the sky to travel to these different worlds. So once they discovered these portals, they no longer needed these comets and rockets to be able to get to the different worlds. So what were they going to do with them? So Doc Brown came up with this idea to make this ride for all of the travelers that would be coming to Celestial Park, giving them something fun to do and interact while they're here traveling and navigating to their new adventures. You'll never be able to see it, but each of the ride vehicles have a scientist's name on the bottom of them, including Einstein and Doc Brown himself. The only people that are going to be able to see this are the maintenance crews and the engineers that are working on any updates or changing out any of the parts. But it's really cool to know that you might be sitting on a ride vehicle called Doc Brown. This ride does have a 48-inch height requirement, and it is the only ride in Epic Universe that will require you to go through a metal detector. They do have lockers for you to be able to put all your belongings, but make sure you take everything off, including any hats and even your power-up bands for Super Nintendo World. And if you set off the metal detectors and you do have one of those things on, they will send you back down to put it in a locker. So it's just easier to go ahead and put it in there. Now, I do absolutely love this coaster. I love the theming, I love the thrills, and I love the competition of it all. However, it's kind of weird that it's not as smooth as you would expect a brand new coaster. I was just on Hagrid's the other day and rode that, and I was like, wow, this is smoother than Stardust Racers. I know it's not as thrilling of a ride, but even Velocicoaster still to this day is a smoother ride to me than Stardust Racers. So it's a little weird on that, and I hope that that gets fixed and it doesn't turn into a Rip Ride Rocket situation. If you're wondering who this ride is for, it's definitely going to be for those thrill seekers and those coaster lovers. So that's me. So we're going to go ahead and get on it and get our first ride done of the day. So for some tips and tricks here for this ride, my favorite thing to do is to ride front row at nighttime on the yellow side. That is by far my favorite seat that I've sat in, and I just absolutely love it. Also, another thing, this one can usually have like a 25-35 minute wait when even the rest of the park has an hour plus. So I wouldn't waste your time standing in a 75 or 90 minute wait. I wouldn't wait more than probably 45 minutes, maybe even an hour if you're really stretching it, if everything else is so packed. And I wouldn't want you wasting your time when you can just wait for it to go down a little bit longer. Now, of course, this is an outdoor roller coaster, so when the weather gets a little tough, it is going to shut down. This might be one that you want to hit up a little bit earlier in the day just to make sure you can get on it before the weather gets a little bit ugly, because we know the summers here in Florida are going to have thunder and lightning. Now, because of the dueling aspect of this has a very high capacity. However, it does struggle sometimes with being able to stay open. It's still one of the better ones here at Epic Universe, but if one track is down, then they're both down. They're not going to open it up for just one side to be going. So just keep that in mind as well. But this one is one of the more reliable rides that's here at Epic Universe. It stays open most of the time, excluding for weather, of course. But I haven't seen it go down that much, so it is pretty reliable on that sense. Next up is going to be the Constellation Carousel. Now, this isn't your average merry-go-round. Instead of your traditional horses, you actually get to ride on carriages shaped like animals inspired by real-life constellations, such as lions, peacocks, rams, and hares. You'll have your standard straddle carriages, but one of the cool things on this is that there are 2 seats. This is perfect for parents with small ones that are still a little scared to ride a carousel. One of the parents can sit right behind them to give them that extra comfort that they need so they're not scared. Or if you need a little bit more comfort or all 3 of you want to ride together, there are also the carriages that have them sitting side by side. So there's a spot for each of the adults on each side, and in the center there is a booster seat for your child that they can sit on so they can feel like they're in control. The ride vehicles not only go up and down, but they also rotate 360 degrees. They are also on turntables, giving you additional motion and spin than you would have from your average carousel ride. When you are riding, take a look at the different turntables that they have, because it does give it a similar vibe to, say, Disney's Teacups, but without the nausea part of it. Now, the ride itself features celestial music and a light show that really comes to life at night. On the ceiling, there is a star tracker with rotating celestial star patterns. And in the center, there's this thing that Universal calls a mesmerizer, which creates a ribbon-like cone effect. There is no height requirement for this, but anybody that's under the height of 48 inches will need a supervising companion, and handheld infants are not permitted. Not only is the carousel re-rideable because of the different animals you can sit on, plus the different light shows, but also there are 7 different songs that you can possibly get on this ride. Anything from upbeat music to the soft lullabies. This ride is perfect for families and for anybody that wants to upgrade their Instagram account. There's a lot of photo ops you can get here. Now, it's not a super sunny day right now. It's a lot of cloud coverage, but one of the other cool things that's over here by the carousel is when the sun is shining through the stained glass here, it will mimic that same pattern on the sidewalk there. And it's so gorgeous. So keep an eye out for that too during the day. Last on our attractions here is going to be Astronomica. Now, Astronomica is an interactive fountain mostly for kids. However, I've seen plenty of adults go running through to cool off. This is a cool splash area design like a giant compass. And the fountains just dance around to music, and it even does it after dark with the different lighting as well. This is a great place for little ones to cool off and burn through some energy if they're a little too excited. As this isn't an actual ride, there is no height requirement for it, but it is for all kids, even just the kids at heart. However, your kids will get absolutely soaked on this if they run through it. So if you plan on doing Astronomica as one of the things that you do with your kids, I suggest bringing an extra change of clothes to either put them in afterwards so they can be in dry clothes, or swimwear that they can use while they're running through this, because they will get soaked.
You gonna say? Yeah! This one? Right now? 1, how about 2, 3?
When you wish upon a star, your dreams will take you very far.
Hungry? Well, you won't be here in Celestial Park. This place is packed full of restaurants, sit-down restaurants, quick serve, snack stands, bars, taverns, you name it, they've got it here in Celestial Park. There is so much food to cover. We're gonna try to get through it all. I'm gonna try to tell you the best things, but there is so much here. You're gonna have to come here multiple times to eat all of this food. Trust me, I've had to be here multiple times to try all of this food. To make things a little bit easier, let's start with our sit-down restaurants. Now, the only 2 sit-down restaurants here in Epic Universe are going to be located in Celestial Park. First up, the Atlantic. Now, the Atlantic is a seafood restaurant, but it does have some surf and turf as well. Now, this is in a Victorian-style glass aquarium, and it's got all the under-the-sea vibes that you could possibly imagine. Inside the Atlantic, you'll also find the Aquaria Bar. Now, this is the bar that is located at the top level of the Atlantic. This is where you can find some of those specialty and viral drinks like the Northern Lights. It changes color. I did have it. Wasn't my favorite drink. Wasn't the worst. But if you want to see my full review of the Atlantic and what I had to eat there, check out my video. I'll put the link in the description. It is part of my Eating Everywhere in Universal series, so you can check out that one and all the other ones. Next up is the Blue Dragon. Now, this is another sit-down restaurant here in Celestial Park. This is going to be great for bigger parties because all of their dishes are served to be able to be shared and to order a bunch of different things for everyone to try. So if you have a bigger party, this might be a really great place for you to try a bunch of different things and also experience the Blue Dragon. Inside, you can sit and relax underneath the lanterns that are glowing bright, and all of the neon signs that are in there makes you feel that you're underneath an Asian food market. They do serve Asian-style food here with everything from ramen to your noodle dishes to rice dishes, your classics, and your more adventurous sides as well. If you want to see a full review of the Blue Dragon restaurant, I do have one and part of my series of Eating Everywhere in Universal, so I'll link that below too so you can check it out. Also inside the Blue Dragon, you're going to find the Tiger Bar. This is where they have some specialty drinks, some fun little cocktails for you to try. I haven't been able to be there yet, but that is on my list of things to try. So let me know, look at the menu, and see what you want me to try for you next time I'm here at Epic Universe. But now that we've covered all of our sit-down restaurants, let's go to our quick service restaurants. Now, first up on our quick service restaurants, we're going to start with Pizza Moon. Now, Pizza Moon is obviously a pizza place, and it has some of the best pizza that I've ever had in a theme park. Probably the best. I've had the margarita pizza as well as the ube pizza, which is a cheesy garlic on top of a ube crust. Let me tell you, both of them were absolutely delicious. Here at Pizza Moon, they serve up their pizzas fresh right out of the brick oven, and it's delivered right to your table. Not only is the food fantastic, but the theming on the inside is astronomical. This is like a converted theater, but if you pay attention, it gives homage to a couple of things. And if you take a quick look, see if you can figure out what it gives homage to. Now, I'll give you a hint. Smashing Pumpkins also gave homage to this as well. And one of their music videos is basically the inside of this restaurant. Next up on our quick service list is going to be the Oak and Star Tavern. This is where you're going to find all your favorite barbecue food and your beers. You can also find the Plastered Owl Bar inside here, which is one of the best bars that's in Celestial Park, in my personal opinion. They have some unique and exclusive drinks here, and ask them how you can get one of the owl cups here. If you're inside there, make sure to give a shout out to one of my favorite bartenders here at Celestial Park, and that's going to be Chuck.
We're going to help Alina get over her fear of werewolves, okay?
I love this plan so much.
Let's try it. There's a black moon on the rise. Ow! Let me try again. There's a black moon on the rise. Ow! I think we're gonna go home. Don't go around at night, but it's gonna take your life. There's a black moon on how I do. Ow! Oh yeah. I've got to reach together. Around the night, but it's gonna take your life. It's how like the wolf you go.
Next up is going to be the Meteor Astro Pub. Now this is where you're going to find your basic pub food, like your burgers and fries and beers. But they also have specialty cocktails like the Meteor Strike that you can get up at the bar too.
Ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. Woo! Oh no, it's a meteor strike. It's coming to Earth. Oh no, the poor dinosaur.
That was so cute.
Tell Murph I do it better.
Yes, I will. Don't worry, there are tons of snack stands all around Celestial Park, including Comet Dogs, which is where you're going to find your gourmet hot dogs here. I would say, though, there is a plant-based one that is a smoked carrot that I've heard nothing but bad things about. So I might stay away from that one, but they do have some interesting looking other ones there. But then there is also Star Subao, which is where we're going to go right now and grab one of these treats that I've been seeing going viral. All right, a snack has been acquired. We have it right here, and it is absolutely piping hot. So this is supposed to be a hot dog wrapped in a rice cake and then topped and coated with this cheese and aioli sauce, and it's just a bunch of stuff. And it's really hot. So we're going to give it a try and try not to get it all over ourselves because there's a lot of juices in here. I'm really not sure what to expect from this, but let's dig in. Okay, so the way this is set up is like a hot dog that's cut up into like 3 pieces and then put on the skewer with, I think it's more cheese and more cheese and more cheese. I mean, it's coming apart. It's not the easiest to eat. Probably better to eat with a fork and knife, but the cheese is a little tough to get through, but oh boy, does that cheese taste good. So we're just gonna keep working our way through this. So if you like hot dogs and you like cheese, I think you'll like this. I mean, it's got great flavor to it, and the spices that are on it are absolutely delicious. I'm trying to figure out what it tastes like, what it reminds me of, but the seasoning on the outside is very good. It's not spicy as in hot, it's just spicy with a lot of like nice flavors. All right, continuing on with our tour of the snack stands. If you're looking for something a little bit more on the sweet side, you can head on over to Frosty Moon. Now, Frosty Moon has ice cream with all different types of like fun and exciting toppings, including sprinkles that look like stars and moons and marshmallows, and they're like the Lucky Charms marshmallows, so really good. Now, if you still think that there's nothing here in Celestial Park that you're going to be able to find to eat, well, don't worry. They're already working on opening 2 other restaurants here in Celestial Park. Now, these 2 restaurants originally were supposed to be opening up with the park when they first announced it, but then it changed course. So we don't know exactly what's going to be here, but there's one right behind me here and another one. And it's been rumored that there's going to be one that's going to be like tacos, more Mexican themed, and the other one's going to be more of your Italian pastas. So I'm not sure what is actually going to be here. It has not been officially announced by Universal yet, but keep an eye out for those because there's going to be even more food offered here at Celestial Park. Celestial Park also has several standalone bars around, including Celeste Tiki. Celeste Tiki is going to have your more tropical themed drinks. Think rum runners, pina coladas, margaritas, they're going to have those right there. You want your tropical vibes here in Celestial Park? You can get them.
And if Katie is working, make sure you say hello from Shannon. She's also one of my favorite bartenders here.
Also over by Meteor Astropub, you can find Bar Zenith. This is also going to have a full bar over here as well, but with some specialty cocktails reminiscent of the Astropub. When you first enter in Celestial Park, you will find the first location of Starbucks right at the front on the right-hand side of the Kronos. There is another Starbucks located near the back of the park over by Dark Universe. Over there, it's a little bit more basic of a building, not as beautiful as the one in the front, but you will still find your Starbucks needs and be able to fill those cravings. Celestial Park also has so much more to offer. They have shops galore lining the sides of Celestial Park, as well as entertainment. Over by Celestiki and Frosty Moon, you'll find the Hemisphere stage. This is where you find live music and performances. Now, I've seen the same band every time I've come here up until today. So today there was a brand new band and they were so good. They had a little bit of a jazzy feel and upbeat. It was very, very good. The last one they had, and they might still be here, so I don't want to be mean. They weren't bad. They were good singers. They just sounded like a wedding band, and so it wasn't really fitting the vibe of Celestial Park. However, this one did, and I've got a couple clips for you.
Give it strength to carry on. Make your body big and strong, yeah. Hey everybody, thank you so much for hanging with us today. We are the Celestial Trio, and we hope you are having an amazing time here at Epic Universe, and we want all of your adventures to be epic. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Shining star for you to see what your love can truly be. Shining star for you to see what your love can truly be.
I've also heard rumors of roaming Celestians around Celestial Park. This is my 8th time here at Epic Universe, and I have yet to see a single one of these. Now, I've seen videos on Instagram and TikTok and, YouTube, all showing Celestians walking around the park. So we're going to be on the lookout for that today, and if I see it, I'm going to be so excited. Otherwise, I'm not going to believe they're actually here. Now, what is a day at a theme park without doing some shopping? I mean, seriously, this is some of the best IP that you're going to find here at Epic Universe. First off, let's start with Other Worlds Mercantile. This is where you're going to find everything that you could possibly think of for all the different portals, including Super Nintendo World, Dark Universe, Ministry of Magic, and Isle of Berk. You're going to find some of those quaint, essential items that you need that would be great for gift giving or taking home a souvenir. Over here at Moonship Chocolates and Celestial Sweets, this is where you're going to find all of your favorite decadent sweets here. They do have a display case that has all your favorites with macaroons, truffles, chocolate-covered apples, and even some marshmallow treats. This is where you'll also be able to find the merchandise for Captain Cacao. Now, this is the bear that they have created as basically the mascot of Celestial Park. You'll find everything from shirts, cups, stuffed animals, and chocolate themed right after him. Now, this is a really cute idea that they did, an original concept, and props for them doing that. But this is where you can find all that merchandise here if you want to take some of that home with you. If you're looking at Moonship Chocolates down by where the Super Nintendo World portal is, you can also see that there is a hot air balloon with a ship connected to it. Now, if you look in there, you can see Captain Cacao, and that is his job. He's an explorer, and he explores all these different places. And as you're inside the shop, you can also see that all the decorations are all of that of explorers with maps and fine treats that he found throughout his travels. You can also find Sensorium Emporium, Lens Flare, and North Star Winter Wonders. Over here at the North Star Wintry Wonders, this is where you're going to find everything Christmas. It has all of your Christmas stockings, Christmas ornaments, Christmas gifts. That's where you're going to find it, is right here. Right next to the Christmas shop, that's where you're going to find Sensorium Emporium. This is where you're going to find your plushies and your other figurines here. Great gifts for finding souvenirs and gifts for young ones. Also, right outside of the exit of the portal for Super Nintendo World, you're also going to find another store here that's going to be themed to all your favorite Super Nintendo games. So you're going to have your Donkey Kong and your Mario Kart and everything else that you could find. But it's the only portal that has a store outside of its portal here in Celestial Park. While you're here in Celestial Park, don't forget to check out the exclusive soda that they have here. They have the Celestial Spritz. It can only be found right here in Celestial Park. It can be found in any of the freestyle Coca-Cola machines around Celestial Park. And if you have one of these refillable mugs, you can get as many of them as you'd like. Tastes a little bit like tangerine mixed with grapefruit and lots of bubbles. Now, outside of each of the portals here in Celestial Park, you'll be able to find the concierge. Now, this is where you're going to go if there's any issues that you have, or if you need to speak to anybody in the customer service or customer relations. They will be able to help you here and address your issues. So these are located outside of each of the portals. This is where you're also going to find your daytime lockers. So if you need a locker for the entire day and not just the ones that are offered on the rides, this is where you're going to get them. They're going to be located on the back side of these concierge services. And you'll also be able to find your portable charger refills here as well. Celestial Park is Epic Universe's beating heart. It masterfully blends thrills and relaxation all in one. Now, if you're coming here to Epic Universe and you want to know what are the must-dos here in Celestial Park, well, here you go. I would first start off with Stardust Racers. Stardust Racers is such a thrilling and fun ride, and if you love coasters, you're going to absolutely love this, and I would highly recommend. Now, for quick service restaurants, I'm going to recommend Pizza Moon. Now, Pizza Moon, with their fresh pizzas and the unique ingredients that they use, there's something there for everybody, and it's also something very adventurous, yet can be safe at the same time. So if you're looking for a little bit of adventure, but with a little bit of comfort of knowing what you're eating, Pizza Moon is the place to go. For a sit-down restaurant, though, I would highly recommend Blue Dragon. Blue Dragon is my favorite sit-down restaurant here in Epic Universe, as well as all of Universal Resort. With their unique offerings and their shareable plates, it is something that is good for everybody, big families and small. Now, if you're looking for good drinks, my recommendations are going to be the Plastered Owl or Celestiki. Depends on what mood you're in. If you're in the mood for more of an old-fashioned or a beer-style drink, head over to the Plastered Owl. They have tons of stuff over there for you. Or if you're looking for more of that tropical relaxation vibe, Celestiki is going to be the place for you. Celestiki is going to have all your favorite frozen drinks to help you relax and get into that tropical vibe. The Plastered Owl is going to give you that vibe of just sitting around the bar with some of your friends and hanging out. They even sometimes have live music in there, and
The bands that they have had in there have been phenomenal. It's easy to be able to sit around the bar and just be able to relax and hang out and chill with your friends and family and have some conversation. Even when there is live music in there, it's still doable to have conversation and it's not overly loud. They do a good job of balancing the noise in there to make it enjoyable for everybody. If you're looking for a quick grab and go drink, you can do that over at Plastered Owl. They have a pickup window on the outside, meaning you don't even have to come into the restaurant or the bar. However, I do recommend going to the bar. The bartenders there are amazing, friendly, and very knowledgeable about how to make your drinks and will be able to find something that's tasteful for you and your wants and needs. Last but certainly not least, I would highly recommend not missing the live light show at night. This is a mixture of lights and water going to the sounds of the different portals. You'll have a section for Isle of Berk and a section for Dark Universe. The music playing with the water and the lights is absolutely beautiful. You can see this from all over the park. Every light here in Celestial Park will be playing with it, as well as those around the carousel, all the different fountains. Everything will be lighting up, changing colors, and playing with the music in the water. It's definitely do not miss on my list of things here in Celestial Park. All right, you guys, it is now nighttime here in Celestial Park, so that means it is time for the nighttime show. We're just 15 minutes away from that, and I'm so excited to show you this. I'm actually going to be sitting here in the lawn area for the very first time, so I'm really excited to show this to you because it'll be my first time really seeing it too. All right, I've got my seat, I've got my popcorn, I've got my Coca-Cola, and I'm ready for a nighttime show.
Greetings, travelers. The time has come for the chronos to align. Across the cosmos, the energy of every portal will soon ignite, channeling the power of the stars as Celestial Park bids you goodnight. You've traveled through time using your wizarding magic, raced through realms of power-up and play, stood face to face with monsters and darkness, and soared beyond the clouds with dragons. Now, Celestial Park invites you to a final celebration of these epic worlds.
May the fond memories of your explorations live on in the stars above and within you. Until the next epic journey calls you back, farewell and good night.
All right, you guys, that is going to conclude our day here at Celestial Park. We toured everything from the food, the entertainment, the attractions, and all the things in between. And I hope this was entertaining and fun and informative for you. I hope this brought a little bit more respect of Celestial Park to you, that it's not just a hub to get to other worlds, but it's a world of its own. And I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I love the fact that Universal used a brand new concept here for the hub of Epic Universe, the heartbeat of Epic Universe, to get to all these different worlds where the IPs are located. As much as I love walking into the movies and riding the movies and stepping into worlds that I've grown up with or that I've played in or imagined, there's something grand about an original concept in the parks. And I think they knocked it out of the park here. They thought of all the details that go into this, and I'm very happy to say that I love Celestial Park. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like this one and you haven't seen the other portal tours, go ahead and click on that playlist in the bottom, or you can check out all my other videos that I have on Universal, Disney, and SeaWorld. And until next time, I am Shannon with One Spark of Magic, and I am wishing you the most epic of days.